You ready to solve cases about astronauts or spies or whatever? Dark Ages of Law? Or something? I don't fucking know anymore. It's more Phoenix Wright. Dual Destinies. Shout out to this game having multiple different save files. Technically, this game has 30 save files and autosaves. Technically. Yeah, everyone. It's time for more Turnabout 4 tomorrow. Now, just want to say, last time, pretty good. We started the investigation. Apollo fucked off. I miss him. And then Athena got arrested. I miss her. We got Trucy. I missed her because she just continuously gets backlined in the game. And then she was like, I gotta go. Sorry. And she left again and then got kidnapped by an army of robots. And that happened, I guess. And then we did a retrial for our prosecutor who has been in jail and is about to get executed. Which is a thing. A lot of things are happening in this game. I'm not sure if all of them are great. I think so far it's been very exciting. I think it's been a very good time. A lot of good mysteries. Some mysteries are batshit insane. I still can't get over the fact that Case 4 was indeed just Grape and Strawberry Room Danganronpa 2. At least in that, the twist of Danganronpa 2, which I won't spoil even though it's like a fucking, I don't know, 10-year-old ass game, kind of facilitates what's ever going on in there. This is just like, yeah, it was swapped beforehand. Like, what? And then we went into Athena's backstory. It's a pretty good backstory. It's very sad. I like Athena. She's great. She's a great addition to the cast. It's great that Phoenix isn't completely reverted back to his old character. He is a father figure mentor type Phoenix. I feel like this Phoenix and Phoenix in 1 through 3 are very different. Or not extremely. Definitely not as different from Phoenix from Apollo Justice. I miss that Phoenix, but I mean, we you know, we move on. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. I like when they reintroduce Edgeworth, that him and Phoenix have been already friends. They've still stayed in touch. Just that little piece of dialogue of them going to Trucy's magic show because he invited him is just a very nice touch. It's my everything, to be honest. And yeah. Anyway, we have proven that Trucy and Prosecutor Blackwell are not the murderers of a trial that happened 7 years ago to the murder of Athena's mom. However, Apollo has come in. Finally, it's his game. He's here. He's made it. And he's like, hey, yo, something's going on. We cannot end this trial. This fake-ass trial in this debris-filled courtroom. It must continue. Apollo, what do you have to say? I missed a notification. I'm so sorry. Also, thank you for using the new emote. I'm glad you all like it. They do be sad. Mr. Justice! Please explain yourself. It's very simple. There isn't much to explain. The defendant, Miss Athena Sykes, might not be innocent. What? No! Apollo, what have you done? What are you doing? His baby boy having a heel turn just because he lost his eye. What are you talking about? The case from 7 years ago has been settled. I'm not talking about the past here. I'm talking about the present case. Oh yeah, that one, yeah. Listen, that's gonna be a case for later. We're doing that tomorrow. It's still not clear who killed Clay Terran. But, Apollo, why would you? Miss Sykes, Please listen quietly to what I have to say. Oh, damn. On a last name basis with her. Damn. Damn, he's really gonna do her like this. In front of everyone. That's depressing. This is embarrassing. Get this on TikTok. What in the world is Apollo trying to do? Is he gonna make a diss track on her? Your Honor, please allow me a little of the court's time. What? This is a trial for the case from 7 years ago. Miss Blackwell, I'd like to ask a favor of you. Just as you lost someone close to you, I lost someone close to me too. He was my friend. Interpretation. I'm sure you want to know the real truth of what happened as much as I do. Apollo. Sure, you know, I'm all for the truth. Now let's see you expose the princess's guilt. Judge, I give my permission. Continue with the trial. I will continue to have these hostages. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, very well. Is that all right with you, Prosecutor Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections. Let's hear Mr. Justice's testimony. I'll have the police's investigation report brought immediately. Not you too, Edgeworth. He really wants to solve the dark case of law. Come on. I really hope it's because you have something up your sleeve. Very well. Your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. As you wait. Oh, we just started this next trial. All right, fantastic. As you wish, let's review the case of the murder of Mr. Clay Terran. It was made clear in the previous trial that Solomon Starbuck was not the killer. Therefore, the true culprit was someone else. On that day, this culprit waited for the astronauts in boarding lounge 1. The two men made their escape out of the Space Museum. The killer attacked Mr. Terran with the same type of knife that was used 7 years ago. Maybe it was even the same knife, who knows? Just add insult to injury. The murderer then escaped into the Space Museum. It's the Space Museum, specifically, not that one, the other one. Yes, and then it swaps. Next, Director Yuri Cosmos switched the launch pads. After that, the culprit exited the Space Museum via boarding lounge 2. Therefore, this trial must make clear who Mr. Terran's true killer was. In other words, we must discover who it is that escaped through the Space Museum that day. Thank you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Mr. Wright, is the defense ready? No, we just got this trial. We were ready tomorrow. I guess we're ready today. Yes, Your Honor. I better rearrange my evidence. Relevant evidence swapped in to the court record. Now, Mr. Justice, your testimony, if you please. Alright, so what do we got? The Space Center diagram, the utility knife, obviously, the pamphlet, that's still all the same. A lot of this is the same. Phantom's psych profile, which we just gained from Blackwell. The subject's emotions rarely fluctuate, and he doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. Terran's autopsy report, cause of death stabbing. The victim was discovered in the 3rd floor boarding lounge in the main building. The security camera video, which stops abruptly after the scene. Biometric door lock. Print authentication isn't required from the launch pad side. Only the prints of Director Cosmos, Starbuck, and Terran are authorized. Backup power. Print recognition attempts are recorded via the security camera. Starbuck's prints were found on the scanner screen after the incident. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, from the launchpad sides, you can just go in, right? Or a statement. The prep held a lighter with an Earth emblem on it in their left hand and a knife in their right. the evidence found by Detective Fulbright. It has Athena's prints on it and the victim's blood. Emergency ladder. It was lowered to the ground from the window of the 4th floor robotics lab. It was used to evacuate the Space Center personnel. It was found in boarding lounge 1 and detonated in the courtroom number 4. Fragments are being analyzed. Boarding lounge 1, which is the... Let's see. Diagram. Do we have multiple diagrams? I think it's in the pamphlets. Yeah, these pamphlets here. So this was found in the lounge 1, somehow. I guess from the cops. We just didn't get that. Okay. I guess we're ready. Witness testimony on Apollo! Apollo Justice's accusation. Let's go. It's time to go against our boy. I suspected Miss Sykes of the murder of Clay Terran. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence presented itself. In addition, she's the only one who could have utilized launchpad switch to escape. Because she was unconscious all the way into the bombing. Unconscious. That is why I wish to indict Miss Sykes on the charge of murder. Oh my god, that's her. That's her. That's her friend. That's fucked up. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Justice, you realize you are charging your own co-worker, your friend, your bestie, with murder, don't you? Yes, Your Honor. Because that is the conclusion my investigation has led me to. Well, Mr. Apollo, if you went with us, you would have realized that the conclusion is baloney. But Apollo, why? How could you suspect me too? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. And even Sailor Moon is crying for this girl. Tragic. At least I think that's Sailor Moon. That could also just be a blind... They're not Sailor Moon. I don't get it. Just, what did you find out over the past few days to make you think this? Dropped my phone in the parking lot and then kicked it across the lot. At least I'm free. Oh, God. that sounds... Oh, no. I hope it's okay. I hope it's not cracked. I once dropped my phone in my bathroom and then it just fucking... The screen broke. Oh, damn. That sucks. But, you know, the screen broke because of it and it was just black. And it's like, fuck, it's on. But it's just... I can't see anything. I don't know what I'm touching here. So I had to get it fixed like that pretty much immediately. So my next couple days were... Ugh. That was like a couple months ago, though. I luckily found someone who could fix it relatively quickly. Only took like 2 or so days. Apollo Justice's accusation. Hold it! What first made you suspicious of Miss Sykes? It all started when Miss Sykes and I were investigating the crime scene. When she saw the weapon that killed Mr. Terran, my bracelet reacted. What? You're going on bracelet power, Apollo? Yeah, look at it. It's still got, you know, as time has gone on, it still has cracks now, but it didn't. The screen is working. Like I put a screen protector on it, but that screen protector would be bogus. $5 ass cheap screen protector didn't do shit. But it's not like completely cracked. I can see a good amount. This is very subtle. She said she'd never seen the knife before. I don't know, I've never seen a knife before. But my bracelet told me otherwise. That's a knife for the that's a utility knife. And every time after that, my bracelet would react when she talked about the case. That's because she was part of this case! You know, Poor Apollo. Must have been beside himself during that investigation. That's true, to be fair. In his perspective, it's like, this is she continuously lies during this case. This is fucked up. Thought she was my friend. I didn't know what to do or think. I couldn't even sleep. In that condition, I knew I wouldn't be any good in court. So I decided to wear an eye patch. So I wouldn't be able to perceive any of her tells. He wore the eye patch because his eye's not ruined. He's just fucking handicapping himself. Aww. So that's why Apollo was acting so strangely. The reason Miss Sykes unconsciously reacted to the knife that way is because she stabbed her mother's murderer with one identical to it 7 years ago. Objection! But that knife was also the murder weapon that was used to kill Clay Terran. My bracelet could have also reacted to her because she knew she was his killer too. No, I've taught him everything he knows. He's a lawyer against me. I guess he has a point. But my bracelet isn't the only reason I became suspicious of her. My growing suspicions were confirmed when this incriminating evidence... Wait. Listen, Apollo, I'm not saying that Mr. Bobby Fulbright here could very well be the murderer behind all this and the spy, and that's kind of insane, but that's still my crack theory. I don't trust him, Apollo. I'm pretty sure he planted that evidence. Don't trust him, Apollo, please. Also, that's the letter that was found in the Space Museum with her fingerprints on it, right? But even if it seems decisive, there must be other facts we don't know about it yet. If that's so, go ahead and prove it then. I will prove it then. Look, honestly, I don't want to believe it's true either. But Miss Sykes was the only one who was in the Space Museum at the time of the murder. But Mr. Justice, Miss Sykes had absolutely no motive to kill Mr. Terran. Objection! Objection! 7 years ago, Miss Sykes lived at the Cosmos Space Center. It wouldn't be strange if she had some kind of connection to him. Besides, people sometimes kill for motives we can't even imagine. I know you've seen plenty of cases like that in your own career, Mr. Wright. Damn it, using my career against me. I still can't believe this. How can you actually suspect Athena, Apollo? To be fair, she's only known him for like a couple months. Hold it. There could be others. Hold it. Isn't it possible that somebody else used that same escape route? I'm afraid not, Mr. Wright. Why not? Recall there is a security camera in boarding lounge 1 aimed at the launch pad door. It's the camera that captured Mr. Terran and Mr. Starbuck. But there's also another security camera in boarding lounge 2. It recorded Mr. Terran's killer, or rather, Miss Sykes coming out of the Space Museum? Ah, fuck! A camera in boarding lounge 2. That's the first I've ever heard of it, but it makes sense. Tina said she'd snuck into the Space Museum the night before the incident. And then was overcome and passed out until around noon the next day. I was out until about noon the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into boarding lounge 2. Oh man, Athena, no. You're on camera, Athena. That must have been when the camera captured her. That's when Apollo what made Apollo suspect her even more. But wait a minute. In that case, it most likely recorded the true culprit as well. Objection! Objection! That's a negative on that one too, Mr. Wright. Damn it! In the footage taken after the incident, Miss Sykes is the only one who appears. What? Why? Oh, come on. Order! Order the court! Can't be. If it is, then it's incredibly incriminating. Are we gonna get that piece of footage as evidence or what? Wasn't it you who proved in the previous trial that the way the true culprit escaped? was via the Space Museum after the paths had been switched. Shit! A fact you previously proved turned on its ear, leaving your client high and dry. I must say, that is vintage Phoenix, right? Damn. Damn. Damn, he got us. But she is your friend. Believing in your client is to the end is a basic principle of good defense. Shouldn't you extend that same principle to your own coworker? You're probably right. Maybe I'm not even fit to be a lawyer. Aww. However, I don't care. This case is special to me. Clay was my friend. And that's why I just have to know the truth. Apollo suspected his trusted co-worker of killing his friend. To dispel his doubts, he investigated on his own, but that only led to more doubts. Apollo must have been really struggling with this. Well, Apollo may have doubts, but I'll say it again. Dina Sykes isn't the murderer. And I have only one thing to say. Evidence is everything in court. Well, Mr. Wright, think you have concrete proof to knock down my arguments?
Your arguments have been very clear, Mr. Justice, and your facts appear to be indisputable.
Well, Mr. Justice, what do you think of my theory? It looks like not even you can deny it. Miss Sykes was the only one who used the only possible escape route. No, there has to be more. The ladders! What if there are more ladders? You could climb through!
Under these circumstances, there can't be no other suspect.
There can be no other suspect but the defendant. Unless you think there was an alternative escape route. Is that what you think, Mr. Wright?
Is that what you think, Mr. Wright?
Is that what you think? God damn it. I was gonna say, is that what you did, Phoenix? It's a joke, but no, the game beat me to it. Is that what you think, Phoenix? Was there an alternative escape route? Nah, that's the only one. Can't be other ones. Although, if we think about the windows. Of course. Yes, of course there must have been. Just don't ask me what. You're just bluffing again, aren't you? Damn it! How dare you know me well? Me? Bluff? No way. He knows me too well. This is what I get for teaching you all these tricks, Apollo. Damn you. This is what you do to me. It's fine, Mr. Wright. Even a bluff would suit me just fine. Who said that? As long as you can. Oh, that's him with that pro just came in for a second. Clear up this doubt inside me. Wait. So is that what this is all about? Oh man, he's playing this banger track. I want to believe in Adina. I really do. But what is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really, fully trust her. So that you can really trust me? It seems your junior partner has just showed us what trials are truly about. I believe you're right. Guess I'm teaching him well. The prosecutors painstakingly question every detail in pursuit of the defendant. While we lawyers believe in and defend our clients to the end. Both sides go all out against each other. That's when we discover the truth.
Precisely. And when the battle is over, we will understand the true meaning of trust.
That's exactly what trials are about. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. I couldn't ignore the seed of doubt that was growing inside of me. So I decided I need to fix it head on. No matter what the truth is, what's that's waiting ahead, I won't be afraid. That's so like Apollo. Always uber earnest about things like this. Is that new Uber brand? Uber earnest? I'm gonna take that brand name, I swear. Mr. Justice, I vow to dispel every last bit of doubt in your heart. Uber earnest. Hire a lawyer. Drew Uber. Oh God. Good. Because I want to believe in Miss Sykes again. That's gonna be the Dark Age of Law if we don't solve this case. It's gonna be Uber earnest. Just lawyers Drew Uber. You're really proving there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? But if I use the process of elimination, there really aren't that many possibilities. Director Cosmos was at the southern exit. You gotta remember all this. Boo! Oh, you don't like Uber Ernest? Leaving only the control room and corridor to the Space Museum. I think it's $1 million idea. Which door could the culprit have escaped through? Come on, Mr. Wright. Where do you think the culprit escaped to? I don't remember. It's been so long. Fuck. All right. Let's try to remember. Because we've been on the old case for so long. And then we went investigating. You see, if I had time to prepare, like tomorrow, for instance, that's fine. All right, let's think about this. Okay, so the control room is not possible. Mr. Cosmos here is the only one that can go through, so we can't go through there. We think our theory was that he went in there and then was swapped the little switcheroo and then boom. But that's not possible either. If Cosmos went in, he could have hidden, but then she came by, so that's not possible either. Where did the culprit escape to? Vanished into thin air! I don't... Which one's the window in this situation? The window was literally covered by another person, who now we can tell is not our murderer. Because she wouldn't have gone through all this trouble to basically pin herself up the crime. That'd be insane. And yeah, no, she's not the murderer. So now even my window theory is also out of the question. So I can only imagine there's one other place. Wait, he said select few people can go to the control room. So Yuri Cosmos. Okay, it's the spy. But can the spy go through the control room? And my theory on it being Mr. Fulbright, because he's over there somewhere, even though he's seen by a lot of people, and like the theory kind of crumbles. So I think about that right now. Can he even go through? Does he have like prints, like magic prints, like a spy glove that could just do that? That sounds ridiculous and annoying to think about if it's that way. What if he did escape through the Space Museum corridor and then... Is there a window in that area too? There's only one exit out of that area. What if while it was swapped, he stayed in the rocket? As a camera on boarding launch 2, it only recorded Adina, so it's not possible to go on the other side anymore. My guess, then this is out. The only ones are this one. Maybe, maybe she was working with the spy? And then she was like, she then tried, okay, he comes in, she then tries to kill him again. Didn't work, so I was like, I'm gonna just pretend to be Candace Arm. This motherfucker cannot die. I'm gonna try going with this one. My second guess is control room.
Take that!
There. I doubt anybody could have escaped that way. But can you really say with certainty it isn't possible? Yes, I believe I can. I guess you're right. What are you doing? This is serious, Mr. Wright.
Please be serious, Mr. Wright.
You're really hoping there was an alternative route, aren't you, Apollo? If we use process elimination, there aren't that many possibilities. You know what, we'll keep that for now. Control room, corridor to the space museum. Okay, so I read that. Which sort the culprit have escaped Drew? Come on, Mr. Wright, where do you think the culprit escaped Drew? Let's try the control room. There. I doubt anybody could have escaped that way. It's possible, though. It's possible, though. It's possible, though. You know what? You know what? I don't need this. Apollo, I'm trying my best here. So now there's a new way. So it escapes to the space. Let's just go through this again. They really only could have escaped through the corridor up to the Space Museum. All they had to do was use the unconscious Mr. Starbuck Prince to get through the door.
Objection!
Objection! It appears that all you're trying to establish is Miss Sex's guilt. We should just go home now.
I hope it isn't, I hope I can still go see your daughter's magic show still after this. I hope there's no bad blood between us. If the culprit used that route, the only exit would have been into boarding lounge 2. There's gotta be another exit. I just can't see the diagram anymore. The logical conclusion of your argument is that the killer is none other than the defendant. I knew it. That's the only way it could be, huh? And you didn't know it. The culprit escaped into the corridor that leads into the Space Museum. I guess it's true. The only exit would have to have been boarding lounge 2. But Miss Sex was the only person captured by the boarding lounge 2 security camera. I investigated the crime scene thoroughly. But the only place the culprit could have escaped to was the Space Museum corridor. There weren't any other secret corridors or anything. Is there a window? That leaves us with no other conclusion to draw but that Athena Sykes was the culprit. What if he rocketed into space, crash landed back on Earth, and came home just in time for dinner? What could the answer be? Was there really no other escape route? Hold on a second. What if... Killer? Where did those mysterious leaves we saw in the corridor come from? The windows in the corridor! What if there's a clue to the culprit's real escape route? I think it is possible. The culprit escaped into the Space Museum, but then came out using a route other than into boarding lounge 2. Oh? Launchpad 1 in the Space Museum was switched after the bombing, meaning the Space Museum corridor was moving along the rail at the time, which is exactly when an alternative escape route opened up for our culprit. Are you kidding me? Judging by the intense look in your eyes, I take it you're serious. Very well then, Mr. Wright, do tell. Where could the culprit have gone from the museum corridor besides boarding lounge 2? Out into the wilderness. The launch site?
Take that!
We found something odd while investigating the museum corridor after this afternoon. Namely, a few dead leaves on the floor. Considering where dead leaves come from, they point us exactly where the culprit escaped to. Yes, I remember seeing some leaves myself. do you mean? Yep. While the Space Museum was in motion, just beyond the corridor's safety door. Dude was like, I'm out! Was an alternate place the culprit could have used to escape. In other words, the culprit's real escape route was the area outside the Space Center. Oh, you're freaking insane! Let's go!
Objection!
Objection! Do you know how impossible that would be? That corridor is level with the 3rd floor! Sure. Even if the culprit tried to leap to the outside wall of the Space Center building, they would fall to their death! Not a good climber. Spies are like that, sure. Ordinarily, yes. But after the bombing incident, the culprit could make use of a certain item. And what item was it exactly, Mr. Wright? The ladder. Alright, this is what the culprit used to leap to the outside wall of the main building. Emergency ladder! Or a bomb. They bomb jumped. They just threw a bomb under their feet, propelled themselves, and then jumped on top of the Space Museum. An emergency ladder. There was an emergency ladder in the 4th floor robotics lab, and it was used that day after the explosions to help evacuate people. Miss Blackwell herself used that ladder to escape down to ground level. Recall that the launch pads were switched after the ladder was lowered. The corridor would have passed by the ladder while the pads were being switched. It's like, jumping. Yee. That's when the culprit literally sprang into action. Literally. And leapt onto the ladder. What? Who would have imagined? Also, there are people like climbing on that ladder. Would people not like looking? Yo, why the fuck are the buildings moving? It's like, it's fine. Don't look anywhere else. It's fine.
Order! Order in the court!
Okay, let's hang on. How did the people not see?
Well, an alternative escape route seems to have emerged.
Which means someone other than Miss Sykes could have been the culprit, right?
Objection!
Objection. Making things up on the fly and attempt to sway the court again, are we, Mr. Wright? Well, it always works. Your theory has so many holes, but Swiss cheese to shame. Damn. Really, we're calling in Swiss cheese here? Damn. Alright then. Name one. Yeah. Name a problem. I have a detailed information about the Space Center. According to this, the distance between the museum corridor and the main building during movement is a full 20 feet. A spy could do it. Spy could do it. 20 feet? You're pulling my leg, right? In addition, the corridor is 3 floors from the ground, or roughly 50 feet. What's more, the culprit could be leaping to a precarious place. An unstable ladder. Human beings feel fear in dangerous situations. It's basic survival instinct. An ordinary person would certainly hesitate before jumping, but not the spy! Is that what we're gonna say? Is that our theory? Our theory's gonna be like, well, not the spy though. Or even freeze in fear and not jump at all.
Objection!
Objection! But the culprit had just murdered someone. They weren't in an ordinary state of mind.
Objection!
Objection! Nevertheless, why would they have taken that kind of risk? They could have waited for the switch to be complete and escaped to boarding lounge 2.
Objection!
Objection! But there was a security camera in boarding lounge 2. The culprit knew they would be recorded if they left the Space Museum that day. Objection. We're just objecting back and forth. In that case, the culprit could have hidden in the museum until things settled down, and then blended in with the other people after the museum was opened. That's a good point. Now, I mean, I guess my girl out of jail, so let's go with that. Athena. Nah, I'd jump. Just fucking fails. With the help of the witch system, she could totally just do that. She's been training in martial arts. That's why she's training physically. She was training for this moment in her life to do this. She's been planning it for years. But you can claim that despite all this, the culprit took a 20-foot death-defying leap, and all in the brief moment the corridor and ladder passed by each other. That's also a good point. They would have needed a running start while the corridor was moving to make that jump. Calculated. They calculated it. If the timing was off, if they couldn't jump far enough, it would have been instant death. Ah! What kind of person would attempt something like that? We're talking about a spy! Stop bringing up good points, Edgeworth, please. This true culprit of yours is nothing but a figment of your imagination. Why? Why do you always have to point out every flaw? Mr. Edgeworth's right. It does sound pretty insane. The culprit would have to be someone who feels no fear, like a stuntman. You like that Ryan Gosling movie? The Stuntman? Fall Guy, yeah! Based off the Fall Guys game. But everyone feels fear on some level, right? Wait a minute. Aha! I've got it this time. I can prove that there is someone who could have used this alternative escape route. Oh, can you now? I can indeed do that now, yes. Phantom Psych's profile! What's that, Mr. Wright? This is a certain person's very interesting psych profile. The subject doesn't experience feelings like normal people do. In other words, this person doesn't feel happiness, sadness, or fear. Doesn't feel fear? Right! You can't be serious! Without the constraint of fear. He could easily do what an ordinary person wouldn't dare. Just as you or I could do a broad jump on the ground without the slightest fear. This subject could make a 20-foot leap, 50 feet in the air. You could choose this extreme way of escaping without hesitation. So you're saying that to a person without fear, and the alternative route would be quicker and eliminate the chance that they'd be spotted? What would people on the ladder do? Are we forgetting about this? Did they all just escape at that point? There was literally a person on the ladder. She literally talked about seeing the dude. The Phantom. Nah, I'd jump. Also, what if there were still people on the ladder escaping after the fucking bomb? Wait, if it was Fulbright, he would have made sure everyone was off the ladder? But no, Fulbright was there directing everybody. There were still people on there at the time. Was there a different ladder? That's definitely pretty extreme, Mr. Wright. It's like an X Games style murder. Was there such a person there at the scene? Also, this music fucks. The Phantom's theme. Yes, the Phantom. That mysterious shadowy figure who keeps popping up.
Oh dear!
The Phantom. Again! I knew the Phantom was there behind the scenes of the Space Center bombing. But I wasn't sure if he was connected to the murder of Claire Turin as well. However, now it's all clear. The Phantom is the one who not only bombed the Space Center, but also killed Mr. Terran. What? What? Everyone's still like, oh, what the fuck?
Order in the court. Order, I say. Mr. Wright, please continue.
There were just too many similarities between this case and the one from 7 years ago. But why, you may ask? It can only be because both incidents were the work of the same Phantom. So then this Phantom is the only one who killed Clay. But who is he? This Phantom has been haunting this case, pulling the strings in the background. Who could it be? Who could this unidentified international spy be? Right. This escape route must have been a part of the Phantom's plan from the start. That was tricking Dr. Cosmos into switching the launch pads. The bomb on the second floor was meant to make the elevators and stairs unusable. That's why he gave advance warning and planted the bombs where he did. Yes, I think you're right. It's a little convoluted, but yeah, sure. It's a pretty fun case. No, if you kind of suspend a little disbelief on the whole idea that this man just jumped 50 feet, 20 plus feet onto a ladder, where I'm still not sure exactly about the people aspect of it, but wouldn't there be a person there? What if the Phantom just jumped and there's an old elderly lady in the museum, and he's like, oh fuck, it just bumps into her and murders her? But it doesn't explain this one last thing. So I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Wow, he did it though. He said it. He said, lower the emergency ladder. You need to lower the emergency ladder, otherwise I'm gonna die. It was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms? Oh my god! They did. He said use that ladder. He forced him to use that one. The robotics lab wasn't the only room with an emergency ladder. But he couldn't have made that leap unless he was certain which one it would be. So you mean the Phantom must be someone who knew that particular ladder was going to be used? That's right. I fucking did it! I called it! Who could it be? Wait a minute. So I lowered my emergency ladder, like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. Let's fucking go! Miss Blackwell lowered the ladder after being told to by the detective leading the... It's fucking eyes. People's just gone, bro. You've gotta be kidding me. Did you figure it out right? Do you know who the Phantom is? Yes, I do. Who is it? Who killed Clay? Our mystery spy, known as the Phantom, is none other than... It's gotta be Detective Candace Arm. She came back to life. It's him. Let's fucking go. After the explosions, a member of the staff crossed paths with a certain detective. I was on duty on the fourth floor. Just quite the madhouse, I tell you. I knew he was a villain. A cop. As for the detective who was leading the evacuation from the fourth floor, he had a very specific objective in mind. So I lowered my emergency ladder, like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. His objective was to secure his own escape route. We lowered an emergency ladder from the 4th floor window and escaped that way. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down too and headed to the shelter. Okay, so he made sure that everyone left. But wasn't she, I guess maybe she was the second to last, and immediately was like, I'm booking it! And then he goes in. He's like, hey, yo, what up? I came here like, oh. Well, okay, they're from the 4th floor, but they go to the 3rd floor. He maybe just got there. But, This is the detective you all know. He's even the lead detective on the current case. He appears to be a very emotional man, but his psych profile says he is without emotion.
Take that!
Take that! It's Bobby fucking Fulbright. Never liked this dude day one.
What are you saying? You mean the Phantom is Detective Bobby Fulbright?
Exactly. We were all taken in by his fake persona. Detective Fulbright's real identity is the Phantom. He produced an evidence. Like, I got the piece of evidence that incriminates. Oh, my bad.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, how could this be?
It's easy, Your Honor. Detective Fulbright was leading the 4th floor evacuation effort. Our first clue is that he made no attempt to have any other ladder put to use. The ladder in the robotics lab is the only one he ordered to be lowered. The second is that he directed everybody to the basement shelter via this ladder. Verily, it was all part of his plan to create an escape route. After Detective Fulbright saw to it that the ladder was lowered from the robotics lab, he went to the lounge where he killed Clay Terran and escaped the Space Museum. Okay, I guess you could get past it if he was like, alright, I'm making sure everyone is going through. Now, while I do that, I'm gonna go and do something real quick. He probably timed it, which is kind of insane to be honest. He timed it so like once everyone is gone, it's like I'm gonna do enough time, leave myself enough time that everyone is off the fucking ladder so I can then also appear on the fucking ladder. He went to the lounge where he killed Clay Terran and escaped into the Space Museum. The museum started moving, slowly, so he waited for the right time, got a running start. Just as the corridor was passing the ladder, he leapt onto it. I don't believe it. That addle-padded detective did all that? Is it really him? I mean, all this time, I thought... That's what he wanted you to think, bro. So I didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's injustice we trust. Also, you could read it as injustice. I had said that already, though. Mentioned this before. The word injustice. Then, his concern for Simon was also all just one big act? Swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give into his emotions and tear the defendant apart? That monster killed Clay. He had me completely fooled. Come to think of it, he's the only one who brought that bloodstained lighter to court, too. He did. This comeback even made me turn on Athena. Damn it, how the hell did I fall for that? Drink my water. For him to have wormed his way into the police department as well. Your Honor, the defense demands to question Detective Bobby Fulbright. Before we do that, do a big stretch. Hang on. Shit, I called it. I did it. Oh boy. I'll take a longer break later, but for now that's pretty good. I don't think day one I thought he was suspicious. Maybe I did, but I'm pretty sure like by like maybe the third or so case, I'm like, this guy's everywhere. Something's going on. Also, doesn't help that the cover of the case, he's front and center on the case. He's like, I'm here, like very front and center on that case, buddy.
Yes, I agree that we need to hear from him right away. The court will take a short recess and then Detective Fulbright will take the stand.
Oh, is this game gonna end? Well, technically end. There's a DLC case, but is this game gonna end? December 20th, 5:13 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. If it wasn't for everything you did, I... Don't thank me yet. We still have an uphill battle to fight. You got it, boss. Yo, Apollo, don't look so down. It's okay. I understand. That being said, you should have been with us. Apollo.
Oh, well, this is awkward.
Your two children are fighting. Adina, can you do me a favor? Huh? Well, what is it? Could you take off my bandage on the eye? Punch me, please. No, not that. Let's not do violent. What? Why should I do that? Because I should have believed in you. I let the seed of doubt inside me get the best of me. I'm really sorry that I didn't Ow! Well, you actually did it? Don't be such a dope! I was really touched by what you did! But you actually punched me. I mean, okay. Huh? Now, what are you talking about? I want to believe in Athena. I really do! What is faith without doubt? That's why I need to question her guilt. So that once the truth finally comes out, I can really, fully trust her. Then your sick-ass music kicked in. It was pretty awesome. You took the time and effort to genuinely think about who I am and what I'm made of. After all that, how could I punch a true friend like you, Apollo? You didn't have any trouble slapping him a second ago. Thanks, Adina. Thanks for waking me up to reality again. Guess I know who to call if I ever get sleepy in court. Looks like you have some promising young people working for you. Is this Bobby? Oh, okay, thank God it's an Edgeworth. I do not want to talk to this man right now. No, I don't want to talk to Bobby right now. I do not want to talk to him. Edgeworth. Yeah, I think they're pretty good myself. And they're not afraid to keep me in line. Anyway, I have some very good news. All Blackwell has surrendered and the hostages have been set free. Yes! Trucy and all the others. Oh, thank goodness. Miss Blackwell said she had something she really needed to do. She's gonna build a fucking death robot and kill Bobby Fulbright. Maybe you should arrest her? So I granted her special permission to do what she must. No! What? What are you talking about? Why did you do that? That's a bad idea. I wonder what it is. You wonder. Oh man, I wonder too. Oh my god. Hey, yo, she's here. Hey, girl, what up? Miss Blackwell! I didn't come to apologize, if that's what you're thinking. I'm not really sure that was what I was thinking, no. My actions are what allowed the truth of what happened 7 years ago to come to light. But I did come because I had something to say to all of you. Miss Aura.
Better not be here to complain about something. Miss Blackwell, I want to apologize to you. The fact that you couldn't trust the court system is our fault.
Yes, it's true. The courts are filled with incompetent idiots. Still, I suppose I could let you handle the rest of this case for me. Oh, Miss Aura, does this mean you're starting to trust the system again? No, of course not. Be quiet, hunk of junk. God forbid women have hobbies, puppy. It's so true, Verde. Hello, Verde. She should build a giant robot and kill Bobby Black. Bobby Fulbright. Just getting their names mixed up. I almost said his Blackwell's last name. Oh, man. Is this gonna ruin the wedding between Simon and Bobby? I thought that was gonna happen at the end of this. It's tragic. It's totally tragic. I mean, they could still get married. They'll be both in jail. Although Simon will probably get let out after all this. It's just I wouldn't mind if you were the ones who took Metis' killer down. Leave it to us. We'll get him. So I guess that means she's starting to trust you, us at least. Or... Hey! Bob! Hey, man. I said Bobby again. God damn it. He's in my mind. He's in my head. Simon, I'm so glad both you and the princess were cleared of all suspicion. And it's all thanks to me and my robots. You'd better be grateful. Huh. Never imagined you would go that far. I thought you were always were extreme. But I don't recall ever requesting your help. As close as ever, I see. Well, now that you've been released, I guess it's my turn to go live in the slammer. Yeah, it sucks. They're both just so whopping sides. I just hope you're not the prosecutor for my trial. You'd probably give me the death penalty. Ha! You know me all too well. That's probably very true. I guess love can take on a variety of expressions, including stunted in their case. But I truly was about to be executed tomorrow. Though because of you, it looks like I won't be crossing the sticks just yet. You have my heartfelt thanks, Oral. I'm sorry I caused you so much anguish. Oh, he said thank you. Simon. Is she gonna cry? Just gonna... Oh my god, she's crying. No! Aww. I'm so glad, Simon. So very glad to hear you say that. Oh. Alright. That's enough of that. Bailiff, take me to the detention center. Goodbye, Aura. Aw. What Miss Blackwell did was inexcusable. But it's clear she did it out of love of her brother. And she's a girl boss. I still can't wrap my mind around Detective Fulbright being the Phantom. I can't believe he killed Clay. Right. And murdered my mentor, which brought great distress upon little Athena. Chief Prosecutor. Yes? I would ask a favor. Would you allow me to stand at the prosecutor's bench for this trial? Yeah! I wish to claim the Phantom's head by my own hand. I mean, you kind of would be arguing for Dina. You're prosecuting, but that was my plan all along. After all, it's highly unconventional for a man in my position to stand in court. Sir, the formal paperwork has yet to be filed, but you are hereby conditionally released. Yay! Please take the prosecutor's bench in your official capacity. And uncover the truth by your own hand. Please do not murder him. I do not want to send you back into jail.
Much obliged. You can break these chains. The day to part with these has come at last. Chief Prosecutor, could you... He could break these chains, but he's asking to be released. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Let's fucking go! How long have I waited? Maybe it's the sense of freedom, but even the air seems fresher, the light brighter. And I will relish slashing that blackguard Fulbright to shreds without mercy. You mean metaphorically, right? In court? I don't have to be able to read his heart to see how happy he is. I'm so glad. But I won't cry just yet. After all, we've still got a trial to finish. It's okay to cry, Athena. I promise. Prosecutor Blackwell. Mr. Wright. Please avenge Clay's death for me. What are you talking about, Apollo? Apollo, this is your trilogy. You going up there yourself? You're coming to the defense bench with me. Oh, okay. Never mind. You're not going by yourself. You're going with me, though. I am? Well, I can't expect Athena to assist me now, can I? She's defendant. That's never happened before. The defendant has never gone up to the bench. Right, Apollo? Right? It's like, what? But that leaves you, Apollo. But are you sure you want me? I took a leave of absence and everything. I never really filed the paperwork, to be honest. I thought you were lying. Well, our office is pretty short-handed, and you're all I've got. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Who's gonna clean the toilets? Can't be Athena. It'll make widget wet, and then it'll just break. Gotta be careful with the water and all that. Apollo, you're the new guy again, Apollo. You get to clean the toilets. Athena, I can say with all my heart now. I believe in your complete innocence. And now we're going to prove it to the world. Thank you, Apollo. I know you can do it.
So,
Look at this anime
that
cutscene.
eye patch anymore, right?
Yeah, you should probably take that off.
Because I'm fine now.
He's fine now! I don't think I've heard Apollo speak at all in this game. Or if he did, it was like once. No, wait, he did. He turned in his leave of absence. It's just been so long. I wish he kept the coat. But it's still nice to see him in this outfit again. Now this is the Apollo I know. Welcome back, Apollo. It's almost time for the trial to restart, though. Looks like you have things well in hand. Yep. I should head back to the prosecutor's office. You don't want to watch? But why? I want to look into a few things. Namely, there's people on the scene 7 years ago. The facial data registered by the robot. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. You should probably do that. Please help us. Detective Fulbright's background. Sounds great, Edgeworth. Thanks. Expect to be repaid with a victory, right? No, if you'll excuse me. I guess we really are ending this, possibly finishing this game today, I don't know. Okay then. Okay, you two all set to go? You bet I am. Let's do this. Yeah, our dual destinies. This trio of attorneys. This is it. The final battle. The murder of Apollo's friend. The courtroom bombing incident. No, we're accusing Fulbright. We're defending still Athena, because if Fulbright is not prosecuted, they always go to our defendant. They're like, it doesn't matter how much evidence you have, you missed one piece of vital evidence, so Athena, you're going to jail. I was like, no!
but Blackwell wants to also prosecute him, so he technically has to go against us, but not really. Like that time when with Matt on guard with Edgeworth and Phoenix. It's kind of like that, I assume. And also that other time in the other Ace Attorney game, I assume it's like that. It doesn't really make any sense. It's fine. Don't think about it too much. In the case that ushered in the dark age of law 7 years ago, there's 2 cases. Yeah, this case and my case. They totally are indeed connected or something. I don't know. Destinies called us to bring the one responsible for it all to justice today. December 20th, 5:27 p.m. It is now. Take a break. What? Yes, we're taking a break. I gotta get water. I'm getting some snacks. The Matt on guard one I got, he was accused and the one who maybe did it. Technically. But yeah, it's a little wild. It's, you know, it's something. But yeah, no, I'll take a. All right. Now reconvene. The defense is ready, Your Honor. El abogado está listo, señor. Why did you just speak Spanish? Okay, the prosecution has never been more ready. You know, this is the first time we've been at the defense bench together since I debuted. Now you mentioned it. Although back then I thought you were more loud and you were reliable. Damn, what the fuck? You ever should have said that to him. Now, why did you hire? You really come a long way since then, Apollo. You've grown a lot. Well, there have been some hiccups, but I guess I've done pretty well. He's still got that ego of his, though. Excuse me? Prosecutor Blackwell. With the 7-year mistake now resolved, you can finally take your rightful place. I mean, I've been doing this already. Oh, yes, I guess we can keep the chat for later. But bailiff, please bring in the witness immediately. The witness, that's it, right? Even Windows handcuffs off, Prosecutor Blackwell seems to be pretty much the same. 7 years of grumpiness doesn't go away so easily, I guess. Yeah, for being imprisoned. Hey, buddy! Brooke? Finally got you. I'm going to jail, dude. Sorry, I'm eating ice cream pop. It's fucking hot. Ha ha ha! Bobby Fulbright here! I heard I was needed on the stand, so here I am! What's going on? No one told me what is happening. Dr. Fulbright, do you know why you've been called to give testimony? Yep, because there's only one reason why I'd be called. And that is because it's time for justice! In justice we trust! Describe the taste. It's an ice cream chocolate almond bar. It's got a popsicle on it. That's what I mean. I went to Costco the other day, and it was selling a big pack of 18 of these for like $10. And I was like, well, it is getting hot, so I might as well buy it. So I do have a big box of them. So, Mr. Bobby, how you doing?
Objection!
Objection! You can't fool us with that act anymore. Your justice is nothing but lies. What? Are you questioning the integrity of my sense of justice? He's baring his teeth. I mean, sure, sometimes I make mistakes. But hey! My voice is so Costco filled now. Oh, he's turning into Verity. What? That's not that bad. Because you bought a bunch of milkshakes mix. I still haven't. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that story. That's right. Well, that means I'm buried and whatever. That sounds like fun. I'm gonna take all these ice cream bars and put them in a blender and then milkshake mix them. He's acting exactly the same as always. Tell me about it. He must be feeling awfully confident. Fulbright, if you wish to dispel our suspicions, then let's get with your testimony. Alright, fine. You want me to prove my righteousness? I can certainly do that. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a shot. OMG, that's true. I'm working on it, though. I bought the vanilla ice cream to mix with them. That is true. I was wondering about that sometimes. Maybe you still have them. It'll be a little sad when it's over, but it's good to use them before they expire or something. The embodiment of justice. Ha ha ha! I am the very embodiment of justice itself! I would have you making me into a villain with your far-fetched arguments. And this bit about the escape route is only a theory. You don't have any proof. What we do have is proof that Athena Sykes is the culprit. This lighter, with her print on it. Wait, wasn't there an Earth keychain on it? I thought it was an Earth keychain. Where was the... Not an Earth emblem. Or is an emblem on the lighter? Wait. Or a statement. Earth emblem on their left hand. No, okay. But there's a lighter with an Earth emblem on their left hand and a knife on their right. Okay, look at this. There's blood on it. It's hard to see a handprint. That is an emblem of Earth. Why has Earth got a ring on it? I had to go get ice cream too. Want me to mail you some? Huh. Maybe. I'll ask the details on that later. I do still have to buy some of your games. That's right, I probably should do that soon. Video showing the defendant and the victim. Yeah, that was the... Let's continue. Let's just finish this up till we can actually present something. So you're saying the suspicions against you are completely false. And what the defendant is the real culprit. That's right. Mr. Lawyer's escape route is totally circumstantial. He doesn't have any proof that I made a big leap onto the ladder. We don't have proof. You are correct about that. However, you don't have any proof of your claim either. I guess you're right. But you can't define justice with evidence. Who can define it anyway? Justice just is. Why do you keep saying that?
Objection!
Objection! Stop fucking blathering! Don't make me break out a dictionary on you. Please don't throw the book at me. Tell me the Phantom didn't just make me set up a stupid pun for him. Let's just try to not lose focus, alright? But my justice is crystal clear. What's not clear are your eyes. Wake up and smell the justice.
Silence!
Silence! I can't break my chains anymore. I'm gonna kick your ass. Enough of your rubbish, Fulbright. If you have even an ounce of justice, then you will answer the court's questions and prove it. This is how you prove a negative Blackwell.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Prosecutor Blackwell looks torn. Well, Fulbright was his partner after all.
Can't believe I'm seeing this breakup.
Prosecutor Blackwell is right. The truth will be revealed in cross-examination. The suspicions against Detective Fulbright are, at this point, only suspicions. As is my duty, I will judge its claims against the detective as impartially as I can. Does anyone have any objections? That's fine, Your Honor. Ha ha ha! Now ask away and don't hold back. Well, there don't appear to be any objections. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
They were partners. It's so tragic. They were up to interpretation by the media.
Hold it!
The embodiment of justice. Those are just empty words. But they say if you keep saying something, it can eventually become the truth. Isn't that how people make their dreams come true too? By wishing over and over. What? Oh, right. All right. Let's just move on. So true. Sometimes you gotta make a wish on a star.
Hold it!
You are a villain. Hold it. My arguments are hardly far-fetched. There's careful reasoning behind my theory.
Yes, well, apparently there's reasoning behind even a tofu burger.
Okay. But what we have against Miss Sykes, though, it's not just reasoning, but solid evidence. This man doesn't like tofu burgers. Shake my head. Haven't you ever had those plant-based burgers? Actually, I've never had one of those. I should try one day. It's called the lighter, and Miss Sykes' fingerprints are on it, in the victim's blood. Yes, that's true. But wait. Dr. Fulbright was the one who brought that evidence to the trial. If you harbor any suspicions, I suggest you ask Fulbright, right, Dono? Especially about that lighter. He's right. But what exactly should I ask about? The position of the prints. They're mid. Tragic. I will one day try one though, so maybe one day I can try plant-based food. That'd be nice. Plant-based future. Please tell the court about the position of the prints on the lighter. They're on the same spot on either side, as they would be if she were holding it up. I suppose if it was used to light the room, it would be held that way. Would you please add that statement to your testimony? The prints were placed just like the way they would be if someone were holding it lit. Best fake meat is whatever they put in the fake chicken. Fake beef is just okay. Oh. I never even actually heard of fake chicken. Probably try that one day too. If you're holding it up. Can't really... to be honest, I'm not really telling what these fucking prints are supposed to be. Like, what? Has it deemed this prints on the victim's spot? Maybe I should just press it to try the other one? It's probably that one. Yeah, Miss Blackwell did mention she saw a lit lighter being held up. Yep, meaning the person Miss Blackwell saw was the owner of the fingerprints. It just strengthens the argument against Miss Sykes. It's not a question that's going to get me in. It's going to get me anywhere except conviction land. The number of prints. Morningstar Farms. Sell frozen chicken nuggets. Nice. So how many prints we found exactly? 3. Thumb, index finger, and the middle finger of the right hand. What am I supposed to be garnering for that? I can't even analyze it and like look at it. Thumb, index finger, and the index finger, and the middle finger of the right hand. Your Honor, that is an important statement. Could we please have it swapped into my testimony. You got it. You beat me to it. Ha ha ha, be it investigating or testifying, speed is the key. Source. Was vegan for many years. Oh, I did not know you were vegan. Verde lore. It does explain the green. Thumb, index, and middle fingers of the right hand. Yeah, what? Holding a lighter with an F emblem on the left hand. Yeah, okay.
Objection!
Thank you for describing that. You said the prints were from a right hand. Is that correct? That's right. Very clear prints. But that just doesn't add up. Huh? What doesn't add up? According to Miss Blackwell, who saw the culprit herself, this person held the lighter in their left hand. Ooh. Oh? So there's a dilemma before us. Why the prints on the lighter from a right hand instead of a left? You're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? Your Honor, this lighter can hardly be called incriminating evidence. The witness's claims don't even hold water. Detective Fulbright, I hope you have a good explanation for this. I just can't understand it. They're definitely right-hand prints. But then why are they inconsistent with Miss Blackwell's statement? I've got it. What have you got, Detective? The mirror! The witness must have seen a reflection of the culprit in the mirror. Go on. Miss Blackwell was looking in through the window of boarding lounge 1, wasn't she? I believe so. You could just say that she's lying, or she misremembered. If you mean the little window on the back and to the right of the room, that's right. And across the room on the opposite wall is a mirror. Ah, goddammit. It's a large mirror. Damn, he's really just adding that one too, huh? I do remember seeing it. So you're saying... Yes, the culprit Miss Blackwell saw must have been a reflection of that person in the mirror. Shit. Oh, I see. In that case, right and left would be reversed, wouldn't they? Ha ha ha! Now do you see? That's the logic of pure justice.
Objection!
Objection! But your arguments is only conjecture. You don't have any proof that what Miss Blackwell saw was a reflection.
Silence.
Violence! Right, Dono. You'd sooner nick yourself than him like that. Put more muscle into it. Huh? Ha ha ha, that's right! Besides, the lighter couldn't have been in the left hand. And why not? Miss Blackwell said she saw an earth emblem on the lighter, didn't she? That emblem is only on one side of the lighter. You're right. There's no emblem on the other side. So, okay, I mean, exactly. As blank and smooth as the judge's fine scalp. If the culprit had held the lighter in their left hand, they would have covered the emblem. What's more, this is the kind of lighter you flick open with your thumb before lighting. So if the culprit had held it in their left hand, with the emblem out and visible, they wouldn't have been able to open it, let alone light it. I mean, it's true if you reverse it, I guess. But if they held it in their right hand, they could easily open it and light it. The man in the mirror. It's a pretty good bop. Man in the mirror. This all means that the culprit was definitely holding the lighter in their right hand. It's also a pretty fun stand. No! Come back, my beautiful contradiction. Huh. It appears you've planted a flower that bears no fruit. Ha ha ha! Ha! Aha! See how it withers before my flower of justice? He's tough. He managed to discredit almost everything I've proven up to this point. It's only been one contradiction, Phoenix. Calm down. In justice we trust. Now do you see? I'm not this phantom you've been talking about. I mean, are you sure there really is a spy? I bet they're just a figment of your imagination. It's so sad. So very sad. But I'm afraid Miss Sykes is the culprit. This isn't looking good.
Hold it!
Apollo, boy, help us. Detective Fulbright, I believe you said that the emblem is only on one side of the lighter. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Why don't you take a look for yourself and see? Do you see an Earth emblem on both sides of the lighter? Oh? You sent it. I knew it. You're lying, detective. Pardon me? You mean... Yes, my bracelet reacted to his statement about the emblem. He's definitely hiding something big. And I think if we use my talent, he might be able to figure it out. I wonder if we'll see a skull on this man. Justice Dono, are you to use that cheat of yours again? It's not cheating, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just because I have magic powers doesn't mean you have to be jealous. Huh. Very well. Whether I like it or not, I suppose we should use whatever works right now. Go on then. I mean, you do attack me with a hawk, so... Yeah, Prosecutor Blackwell's reluctant blessing, apparently. Okay, Apollo. You're up. Here goes then. Detective Fulbright, could you repeat that last statement one more time? What in the world are you up to? Alright. Fine. I'll say it as many times as you like. Listen carefully. The Earth emblem is only on the side that you can see when held in the right hand. I'm to analyze this man's features. Cheating again? Cheating again? Nuh-uh. I'm just gonna look at his face first. His beautiful eyes. And there's nothing in there. Let's listen again. So maybe he tenses up on one of his hands, probably. That's a possibility. Damn. Oh. He's fidgeting. The Earth emblem. He fidgeted when he said the Earth emblem. Because that doesn't really look like an Earth emblem, does it? Is there like a fast forward button? Have I not really ever figured that out? If there's not a fast forward button, this new Apollo thing is a little annoying because it's like you can't fast forward through each statement. Anyway, perceive this.
Gotcha!
Because in the old game it was fine. It was like, oh yeah, I can get mostly. Detective Fulbright, you might not be aware of it yourself, but whenever you say the phrase, the Earth emblem, your left thumb moves. In fact, it appears as though you're running it along the edge of your holster. Mr. Lawyer! I don't have a foggiest notion of what you're talking about. Be that as it may, I know it has something to do with the lighter. Let me examine it. But why? You're not making any sense. You can't just...
Silence.
Silence! Be still and do as you're told, Foolbright. If you have nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind them having a look-see, should you? What? Not you too, Prosecutor Blackwell. I'm not sure what this is all about, but if Prosecutor Blackwell insists, it must be something important. I will allow the defense to examine the lighter. Yeah, if you're innocent, what's the problem? So I'm a cop special. Good. Now maybe we'll learn something new. Hope so. Let's check every inch of that thing. Well, here's a print. But first, let's look at this emblem here. Always been. So this is the Earth emblem Detective Fulbright was talking about. See anything noteworthy? Huh? Hey, look at this. The emblem's actually some kind of button. What? Are you? What the fuck? It's a fucking gun! Oh my god! What? It transformed into something. Holy shit. A handle? A trigger? Is this what I think it is? There's no question. It seems what you have there is a gun. Oh, a what? A gun? So that's it. Your Honor, please recall this morning's trial when Director Cosmos was on the stand. The bullet that hit the oxygen tank was extremely small, maybe .10 caliber. This little compact gun probably takes bullets of that caliber. It looks like this gun that was fired at the scene. I just realized that all happened this morning. Jesus. I'm flabbergasted! The lighter was a gun. So when Detective Fulbright would touch his holster, that's right, whenever he mentioned the Earth emblem, he must have subconsciously thought about the secret behind the lighter. In other words, he knew it was a gun from the very beginning. A lighter that transforms into a gun seems like a spy gadget to me. It's not the kind of thing any ordinary person can get their hands on. In fact, I'd say it's strictly the domain of elite spies. Detective Fulbright, you will explain yourself. There's nothing for me to explain. I didn't know the lighter could transform. I mean, it was found in the Space Museum, and then I brought it straight in. I didn't even have time to check it out.
Objection!
Objection! Whenever you mentioned the Earth emblem, you touched your holster. You subconsciously did that because you knew it was a gun. Accuse me all you want, but where is your proof? Do you have any evidence that I knew the lighter was a gun? You're telling me the cop is evil? Oh my god. Not exactly. Whose prints are on it? Miss Sykes' prints. It's not like I planted them. I can't do that at all. It proves that she's the culprit who fired the gun at the scene. It would appear that the detective is right. Are you guys really trying to prove your client innocent or what? Although, it pains me to do this, now that we are where we are. I have to make the following assertions, coming from the prosecution side. person who fired the gun at Director Cosmos in the lounge after the incident. And the person Miss Blackwell saw holding the lighter. And the person who murdered Mr. Terran. And the person who bombed the space center. Are all the defendant Athena Sykes. The prints on the lighter are decisive proof. No! God damn it. Planet evidence, motherfucker. Now do you see? A man on the side of justice couldn't possibly be the culprit. And I think this about sums up Miss Sykes' part in the whole affair. The evidence certainly does seem to point to the defendant's guilt. Do you have anything to say, Prosecutor Blackwell? Evidence is everything in court. Therefore, Fulbright's claims stand firm. Damn it!
That's true.
But... Calm down, Apollo. He's just saying that because he has to as the prosecutor. Mr. Lawyer, our job is to pursue criminals in the name of justice. You wouldn't cast suspicion on people based on something as dubious as a habit. Damn it. But that's my whole gimmick. In fact, you have a bad habit of showing up in court with an awful case of bedhead. Huh?
Objection!
Objection! Just a man who wears sunglasses at night. If it's proof you want, it's proof you'll get. Is it nighttime right now? I'll prove that this lighter is not Miss Sykes's, but yours. Seems like you've hit on something, Apollo. I mean, look, there's bright light coming out, so I'm assuming it's not nighttime. I think he just... Has there been any moment where we met him at night? With those sunglasses on? I'm looking too much into it. It's just if the prints on the lighter are the basis for accusing Athena, I think we should reconsider the credibility of the evidence itself. I mean, you think this lighter might be forged evidence? That's right. It could all be part of Fulbright's bigger plot. Did he do anything out of the ordinary while I was off on my own? I can definitely think of a few things, but it's usually out of the ordinary for him. It is indeed. Have a look at this. What's this? A lighter? Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Ah, yes, I just happened to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. Yeah, very helpful. If we assume he's been laying a big trap for us all along, there's gotta be something off about this piece of evidence. What's wrong with the lighter as a piece of evidence? How the prints were left on it? The owner of the prints? Where the prints are on it? Maybe where the prints are on it. Because he didn't expect it to be the gun. Anything odd about where the prints are? No, I guess if it was fired as a gun, it's about where the prints would be, but there's gotta be something off about this piece of evidence. It could be the owner, that's what I thought, it's like the owner of the prints itself. Are they really Athena's fingerprints? They definitely matched her print data. But what about the data itself? Detective Fulbright, you were the one who provided us with the lighter and print data. Isn't that correct? Yes! What about it? You say Miss Sykes' prints matched the print data, but I have to wonder, was the data you used official? Mr. Wright, are you suggesting that the evidence might have been fabricated? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's re-examine the prints. Using the official sanctioned print data of the people involved in this case. What? You dare insult the epitome of justice and integrity? There's no need for such antics.
Silence!
Silence! Your Honor, I lend my voice to the defense's request. You must allow the test to be rerun. Very well then. Bailiff!
Does he do it very fast, or? Oh, here. Oh, it appears that the official data is here. And we're working overtime today. And the results? It's the same, isn't it? He just planted the prints. It's just as defense claims. This proves that the prints on the lighter do not belong to the defendant. Ah, we did it! You couldn't even plant prints, dude? What type of spy are you? You just faked them. Yes! The fingerprints actually belong to the victim, Mr. Clay Tarrant. What? I got some water. Maybe he did plant the prints, never mind. Wait, did he hold the gun? Yippee! Yippee! It's not Athena's! Yippee! It's a dead person? A lighter that can transform into a handgun. It has Clay Tarrant's prints, fingerprints, and blood on it. Those were Clay's fingerprints on the lighter?
Ah, I see. Come to think of it, wasn't it you, Fulbright, who collected the victim's prints?
I personally removed his glove during the investigation. Oh, goddammit. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
When you took the deceased's fingerprints, you could have easily planted his prints on the lighter with his blood.
Ah, I see.
After which you wiped the blood off of his hand. By your own admission, you were also the one who compiled the phony print data. All to put the blame on Miss Sykes.
Even before Clay committed unalive. This ploy must have been to distract us from the Phantom who's behind everything. You were out to create the impression that the Phantom wasn't the true culprit.
So does this mean Detective Fulbright really is the Phantom?
Remember the killer's escape route? Doot. No ordinary person would have been fearless enough to attempt it. Nobody but the Phantom, the man with no emotions, could have done it. Detective Fulbright, you were the only one who could have used that escape route. Is he about to show his true self? Is he about to do it right now?
Fulbright, are you really the Phantom? Answer me, or so help me, I will slash you to tiny slivers where you stand.
All right, I'll talk. I confess. I'm not the Phantom.
Silence.
Silence! It's all over. Now be a man and admit it already!
But I'm not a spy. I'm an undercover investigator. I've actually been after the Phantom myself. Huh?
Undercover investigator?
That sounds less than wholesome to me.
A person who hides his identity and secretly investigates in order to uncover information. And that's what you really are, Fulbright?
That's right. I was working to track down the Phantom. But sadly, even though I was supposed to catch the spy ended up catching me. He took my family hostage. It forced me to cooperate with him. What? I don't know if I believe this.
Objection!
Objection! You're telling us this now? But if what you say is true, then who is the mystery person Miss Blackwell and Mr. Starbuck saw? It was the Phantom, I tell you. All I did was help him having that emergency ladder lowered for him.
Objection!
Objection. I don't believe you. Then how do you explain the fabricated lighter? That was also one of the Phantom's demands. Bullshit. Such a bullshitter. Being the detective in charge of the case, it was easy for me to fabricate evidence. Pinning the crime on Athena Sykes was just another one of the Phantom's orders. You expected me to buy that?
Fulbright, what was the Phantom's ultimate objective?
Yeah, I was told it was to sabotage the rocket launch. Someone who didn't want the launch to happen must have given him the order. Actually, I have to apologize to you too. Phantom told me to get close to you. He ordered me to get back that psych profile you have on him.
So he sent a buzzard of his own to tail me this past year, did he?
I haven't been a champion of justice. I've just been a pawn of evil. A pawn of the Phantom, who stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity.
I don't know. He was very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. And this is a very good story. I'm starting to believe it. But I don't know. I still think it's him. Who else could be the Phantom? I guess it can't be Clay. Which you can swear Clay actually did alive himself. That'd be so funny. Is it No. No. What? What a convoluted plot if it's true. He was like drugged. There's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now there are assassins lurking nearby. The case is about the Phantom after all.
With the ceiling blown off, I suppose you are vulnerable to a sniper shot in this courtroom.
Just 2 seconds ago, Fulbright was treating Athena like a criminal. Yeah, you know, he has to be the Phantom. Does he really think he's gonna lie his way out of it now? It sounds like Blackwell's like trusting him. Oh no, he doesn't want to believe it. But on the surface, everything does seem to make sense. This could be bad, Mr. Wright, if we can't find the flaw in his logic. He's right. After we've come all this way, we can't let Fulbright wriggle free now. I still don't trust you. There, I finally told the truth. Now I hope you see how foolish it was to think I was the Phantom. Oh. Oh! He's breaking down. You're an intelligent man, Prosecutor Blackwell. You believe me, right?
I believe you. I don't think you're the Phantom.
Blackwell, no, he's lying. What? No. How can you say that, Prosecutor Blackwell? It's obvious he's the Phantom.
Silence!
Silence. Evidence is everything, right, Dono? You must admit there's no clear evidence that Fulbright is the Phantom.
Yes, as I recall, the only solid proof we've seen up to this point is the fact that Detective Fulbright fabricated evidence. But... Oh man.
I've known Fulbright here for a year now. And all this time he's been quite intent on rehabilitating me. I don't believe his efforts were a lie.
They're two in love. Prosecutor Blackwell.
This fool truly thought he could reform a death row inmate like me. He went out of his way in his efforts for me. He actually became quite a nuisance, really.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you believe me? Please tell me Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't really been taken by this big phony?
However, even if it was against your will, you still acted as the Phantom's accomplice. You will have to pay the price for that. Throw yourself at my mercy and don't you ever betray me again.
Have you got that? It's going to be very interesting in the next 15 minutes or so when he says, do not betray me again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a bond of trust is rare and beautiful thing. The wetting is back on. I can facilitate it. In any case, it looks like everything has been resolved. Let's go home now. I can now hand on a non-guilty verdict with confidence. No, listen, just because. All right. The good news is Athena is free, so we could actually technically leave. But the problem is, no. Very good. I'm very glad to hear it. Oh wait, no, no, he fabricated the evidence though. It's all over. Everything's been cleared up, and Miss Sex will go free as well. Time to go. But no, we have to get this guy. Mr. Wright, we can't let this trial end here. If we do, the Phantom, the man who killed Clay, will get away. Oh, yeah, that's right. You do have a stick in this. Never mind. You cannot let him go free, especially because of that. I know, but what do I do? I don't have any proof that Detective Fulbright is the Phantom. Is this it? Is he gonna get away with it? Just like that? What if we do a therapy session on him? Do a therapy session on him. The one thing. If we sense no emotions from him, then he is the Phantom. Now, if you'll excuse me, my next investigation awaits, and it's going to be in, for some reason, Tahiti. And I'll never be seen again? Wild. All right, goodbye, everybody. And with that, I'm off. Hold it. Oh, it's Athena, isn't it? The defense. No, wait. Not the defense? Don't worry, you can call yourself defense. I did that. Phoenix did that before. In the fourth case. The defendant feels it's not time for a verdict yet and would like to see this trial continue. What? I was just about to declare you innocent of all charges. I don't know what if a piece of evidence declares you not. It just doesn't feel right to be standing here. Hey, Apollo, think you could scooch over? Huh? Now it's all three of us in this fucking bench. See, 3 people could fit on this bench. Athena, what are you doing? Hope we don't get killed in contempt of court. You literally did this before. You guys are crazy. I have some questions for you, Detective Fulbright. Are you relieved that you are no longer under the suspicion of being the Phantom? Are you grateful to Prosecutor Blackwell for what he's done for you? Of course I am, and I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Athena, where are you going with these questions? I've yet to hear a single emotion behind any of Detective Fulbright's words, boss. The suspicion against him has been cleared up, but he's not feeling happy at all. What does that mean? We may not have any evidence, but the heart doesn't lie. That's it. With your special ability, we just might be able to stop him. Your Honor, the detective has been deeply traumatized by our accusations. Yes, very well. Even before all this, I thought he was a rather odd fellow. If he doesn't get counseling right away, who knows what might happen to him? Ha 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 ha! Oops, I'm so sorry. So many times.
Prosecutor Blackwell, can you believe the nonsense the fence is spouting? Huh.
Fulbright, I think you'd better have that counseling.
Not you two.
You've been making batty remarks ever since you were accused of being the Phantom. Such as your undercover investigator, and your family has been taken hostage. I fear you might have finally lost it. But I thought you believed me!
Silence.
Silence! Oh, how you amused me so.
Well, what? What's going on here? The wedding is back off. That was an excellent bit of psychological manipulation just now, Simon. Kinda guessed he was faking it.
I knew you would catch on, Athena.
Huh? I'm filling me in here. Guess we left you in the dust, huh, Mr. Wright? Simon was only pretending to believe Detective Fulbright. Because he knew I'd notice if there was a lack of emotions like joy or relief in his response. So he gave me the chance to take a listen. And listen I did for the voice of Detective Fulbright's heart. What? You two were working together just now? Beautiful.
Come now, Athena. Show us what's inside Fulbright's heart.
You got it. Time to check the instant replay. Widget, mon ami, let's do it. This. The old razzle dazzle. Also, I haven't heard her say a different language in like forever. It's also because she's been depressed for like the last couple hours. Thank you for believing in me, Prosecutor Blackwell. I am an undercover investigator, but the Phantom was coercing me. He stole the moon rock and killed Dr. Sykes 7 years ago. I'm a bad person for cooperating with such a man. But he took my family hostage. What else could I do? Even with all his over-the-top expressions and gestures, he's registering no emotion at all. Damn, he's a good actor. It's just like I thought. And right in line with the Phantom Psych profile. There he is. It's his face, his real face. Is he trying to kill me? Or what is that watch gonna do? Detective Fulbright, this lack of emotion proves you're the Phantom. He's hacking! He's hacking into the system! Hey, what's going on? Wait, hold it. What do you think you're doing, Detective? Me? I'm not doing anything. He's trying to hack into the Mood Matrix program. I can't do anything with it like this. Get him. Ah!
Fancy device you have there, but I'll tolerate no cheating. Thank you.
Apollo, I thought this was my game. He's still a part of this. We're solving his case. It's fine. Sorry about that. As an undercover agent, I tend to use my secret arsenal without even thinking. More like as a spy. Thanks, Prosecutor Blackwell. There. Now that you can't hack me anymore, I dare you to try to hide your lack of emotions from us. Lack of emotion? What are you talking about? Of course I have feelings. As a matter of fact, you've wounded me very deeply with that accusation. What's going on? All of a sudden I'm getting an overwhelmingly happy reading? Huh? But he's literally crying us a river over there. I think he's trying to act out an emotion. Oops, my mistake. How about this? Durr! Yikes, now he's angry all of a sudden. What's he trying to pull? He's trying to feel emotions.
Like as not, it would appear our friend is not completely without emotion. It's just as it says in Dr. Sykes' profile of the Phantom. The subject has a unique psychological makeup with almost no emotional fluctuation. Damn it.
Oh, I get it. So he has some emotions, right?
Precisely. Which leads me to wonder why you can't sense any emotions from him at all. I believe it's most likely because he is controlling his emotions.
Very good, Prosecutor Blackwell. You are correct. It's the result of my daily training. A very important skill for us undercover investigators, you know.
More like for us spies, seriously. But I wonder why he suddenly showed several strong emotions. Wait a minute. I think I know. I sense there's a feeling you're trying to hide with your exaggerated emotions, Detective.
Ha ha ha! A feeling I'm trying to hide? That's a good one. You're the ones who have been saying I'm the Phantom because I don't have any emotions. I was just trying to show you the range of deep emotions I truly possess.
Then you have no objections to me analyzing you, right?
No. Analyze away. But I will state it again. I am not the Phantom. And be forewarned that your analysis will have no effect. Because you're about to see what an undercover agent can really do. Damn it. Me, the Phantom? No way! All these fucking emotions, what is this, a bop it? I'm so sad. There you accuse me of being someone who would kill over a moon rock. I do regret cooperating with Phantom, of course. But I'm so glad this whole misunderstanding is cleared up now. It's all over the place. What the? How are we supposed to pick out what's a natural from this mess?
I don't know what we can do with this either.
This must be his defenses against your ability.
So you think this is what he meant by what he's really capable of?
I'd hate to know what's going inside that guy's head. Well, we know he's hiding something, and that he feels threatened by Athena. Being only human, his true feelings, an emotion he can't completely conceal, must be hidden somewhere in his testimony. Well, he says he's happy. I mean, he's sad, but he's happy. Or angry. Wait a minute. Everything is highlighting by a lot. Except anger's not that big. Oh, wait, I see. I saw anger. It went up. What am I supposed to be looking at here? Let's try it when he's...
Got it.
Maybe this? I don't think so. I've never seen a person in such chaotic emotional state. There has to be something here, I just know it. This might be a long shot, but if there really is a real emotion mix in here somewhere, then it's possible that it would be the one emotion that doesn't disappear.
The one that doesn't disappear, huh? That's true. Okay. So all of these, which doesn't disappear. All of them disappear in each one. So it has to be one in one statement that won't disappear. That's still there. Anger. This one. He's sad.
Got it.
I found it. I found the one emotion you're truly feeling.
What? Hidden in the middle of that chaotic storm, I saw one emotion that never disappeared. When you talked about the moon rock, you felt a fear that wouldn't fade. Fear, huh?
Fear that a man with hardly any emotions feels, huh?
And it was a response to that moon rock. Detective Fulbright, I presume you feel fear concerning the moon rock because your identity will be revealed. You lost it. You failed to steal it. He maybe lost it. Is it ever stolen? I'm pretty sure. I mean, we keep seeing the case. He must have lost it at some point. You lost the precious moon rock you went to so much trouble to get, didn't you? And that frustration has turned into fear in your heart. Oh, it's so frustrating. I can't stand it. Ha 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 ha. I'm not so sure a man who could make that 20-foot leap would feel fear about that. Yeah, I guess you're right. The topic of what a spy might fear the most come up in discussion earlier. Your identity will be revealed. Of course. That's it.
Enough, Fulbright. Just tell us the Phantom's true identity.
I don't know. He's very careful to hide it. He has top secret information for all kinds of corporations and countries. So there's a number of organizations that want him dead. If people believed I was the Phantom, I could be killed on the spot. Why, I bet even now. There are assassins lurking nearby. The case is about the Phantom after all. Detective Fulbright, I think I know why you would feel afraid. You're afraid that the moonrock will somehow reveal your identity.
If his identity were revealed, he would be killed immediately. That's certainly enough to make even the Phantom afraid.
Me? Afraid? I don't know what you're talking about. So there really is something about the moonrock that would reveal his identity? Apparently so. Wait a minute. Maybe the Phantom didn't so much steal the moonrock, but more like he had to take it with him. Because there was something on it that would reveal his true identity. Oh, what are you doing? I'm out of here. Whoa, yo, stop that man! Where do you think you're going? Me? I'm not going anywhere. Is it just me, or was he going to use that weird watch thing to try to get away? He was trying to leave. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. How many more of those toys does he have? I'm gonna get myself some. Secret agent lawyer man. Detective Fulbright, you will answer honestly to this court right now. Why do you feel fear in connection with the moonrock? In justice, we trust, not emotions, lawyer, Mr. Lawyer. Evidence is everything. I'm the Phantom because I'm afraid. Don't make me laugh. Oh, shit! Hey, what was that just now? No, Phoenix was close to fucking getting beheaded by a wire. But all human beings have hearts and experience emotions. Sometimes analyzing a case from the psychological perspective is the best way to find the truth. Buddy, it's all just a waste of time. All your efforts at analysis serve no purpose. And now, in this dark age of the law, nobody would believe your claim that it's effective. In an era when evidence is fabricated, do you truly expect feelings to be accepted as proof? And where exactly is your proof that I fear the moon rock anyway?
Well, I admit I don't have any conventional proof, but but I still say that examining a person's heart has its merits.
Oh, really? Then why don't you listen carefully with those special ears of yours? Listen to the voices of the hearts of the people in the gallery.
Yo, what's happened? Like I could do super cool wire moves.
Look at the gallery. Look at them. Look at all the people in the gallery. It's all 0 people in the gallery.
All I hear is distrust.
As you can see, the people are on my side. Because all they see is a strange little girl using a weird little machine. I mean, to be fair, it is a little weird.
But it's not like I use analytical psychology to falsely accuse people.
Uh-oh. He's got Adina doubting herself. Miss Sex's analytical psychology has breathed new life into the courtroom. It has freed the hearts of many witnesses and has been key in getting to the truth. Ha 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 ha. What nonsense. Your Honor, the defense's claim is a false one. I don't feel any kind of fear when it comes to the moon rock. I see. Very well. I will give the opinion of this court. In a trial, I don't feel that a person's emotions are quite as compelling as actual evidence is.
But Your Honor.
There, you see? Nobody believes you, and you're trumped up charges. However, I do believe Miss Sex's analyses can contribute to making the truth clear. I have seen her do this firsthand several times already. Surely you jest.
So, does this mean you will accept my findings in this trial, Your Honor?
Yes, I believe your claim, Miss Sykes. I think there is merit in examining why the witness feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That is the court's opinion on this matter.
Then that's a win for me. No, a win for analytical psychology. Now, Mr. Phantom, you will tell this court the reason for your fear.
Trump mentioned Keiko, not that type of Trump. Analytical psychology? My fears? Fine. It's just like the first case in Apollo Justice. Turn about Trump. I'll show you precisely why those abstract things can't be considered evidence. What an odd laugh. My fear of the moon rock. I felt fear when I thought about the moon rock, because it reminded me of the Phantom. Yes, I'm very afraid of him, because he took my family hostage. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock means I'm not him. Wait, what? What logic is that? In fact, I'm on the side of justice. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? None at all. So the very fact I'm afraid. Ah, means I'm not. Oh, okay, so that's. I guess. So you're basically turning your argument around. You're like, oh, because I am kind of afraid of the moon rock, and ergo the Phantom. I am not the Phantom because I have fear. And there you have it. Now, do you see why I'm afraid of the moon rock? Sure, you sound convincing enough. But so does any two-bit con artist.
It's all meaningless in the absence of evidence. Oh, they're clashing! They're fighting! Huh. The phantom is like the mist. No flesh, no bones. My sword alone cannot cut it. Right, Donna?
I don't have a sword.
With your deductive reasoning and the body of evidence before us, let us send this miserable phantom fellow to the other world together.
You and I, Prosecutor Blackwell. And my other two subordinates. We have a duty to bring the phantom down and restore the people's faith in the courts.
Indeed, by covering for Athena, I allowed the phantom to escape. And as a prosecutor, I gave birth to the people's mistrust with my murder conviction.
I bear part of that responsibility as well. For being suspected of forging evidence and losing my attorney's badge as a result. The two of us and the Phantom were there at the beginning of the Dark Age of the law.
Then it is also our burden to cut away the foul specter we created, is it not? Till all that remains is the righteousness of the court and the faith of the people.
Trust. Understanding. Ha. Fragile ideals of the masses who are controlled by emotion. Humans can't truly trust each other, which is exactly why the illusion of trust is so enticing.
Objection!
It's talking all robot talk. What about me? My name is on the title. Don't worry, Apollo, we're helping you. It's okay. Just sit there for a bit. You'll be alright. Once two people overcome their misgivings, that's where real trust is to be found. You're free to believe what you want, but trust like that is stronger than you and your lies. Always. Cross-examination. I felt fear when I fell on the moon rock.
Hold it!
It only reminded you of the Phantom? Don't make me laugh. You are the Phantom. Evidence is everything in the court of law. Did you forget? I was forced to testify over a silly little thing like feelings. But those tactics won't work from here on out. You need real evidence. I hate to admit it, but he's right.
Hold it!
Your family. Like, who in your family, specifically? Oh, I don't know. Like, maybe my lover, for example. He's right here. For example? Maybe? We need more concrete answer than that. Ha ha ha. Maybe my mother, my son, or my daughter. Maybe it was all of them. I'm so sad and worried. I miss them so much. Ha 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 ha.
He's obviously lying.
Look how upset I am. Is it any wonder I followed the Phantom's orders? Oh, I must check my posture. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? You can't think of a single reason that the Phantom might be afraid of the rock. I thought the Phantom wasn't even supposed to have any feelings. How can someone like me, with my wealth of emotions, be expected to understand the guy? The Phantom, a person with very few emotions. I'd only be afraid of something really big, like his cover getting blown big. I'm willing to bet that the moon rock has something to do with his identity, but what? Maybe the Phantom's fingerprints are on the rock. The fingerprints can be wiped off. And maybe he wanted the rock so bad he literally drooled on it and left his DNA. We're dealing with a spy here, Athena, not a slob. True, but maybe the DNA part isn't too far off. Maybe blood? Huh? The blood when Adina stabbed him. That could be it. Something unexpected happened to him during the incident 7 years ago. There! I just know I have something that can show why the Phantom is afraid of the moon rock. I'll just continue with my testimony while you're pondering then, if you don't mind. I'll just press everything like that. I know what it's the third statement then. And how afraid are you exactly? I'm so scared, I start to shake even when I see the moon in the sky. Do you shake even when you see Miss Sykes' earring? Well, to be honest, since the very first time I met Miss Sykes, I felt more than a little frightened of her. I guess some people just inspire that much fear in others. Mr. Wright, you were thinking of something mean-spirited and rude, weren't you? Of course not. Must beef up my mind-reading defenses. Damn. Now do you understand? The very fact that I'm afraid of the moon rock proves that. The side of justice. After all that you've done, how dare you speak the word justice? In justice, we trust. I'll say it as much as I want, and with absolute confidence. Whatever I say is just, is just. That's how it works in this dark age of the law. Ah, you won't get the best of me with that twisted argument of his. I'll find a way to get him right where I want him. Detective Fulbright, or rather the Phantom, feels fear in regard to the moon rock. That has something to do with being afraid that his true identity will be revealed. So that's what the Phantom had to take the moon rock with him 7 years ago. In that case, if we had something to show the real cause of Fulbright's fear, we might just be able to expose his true identity. Alright, so we go to the third statement, and then that's where we produce some evidence. What reason would the Phantom have to be afraid of the moon rock? No, I didn't mean to press, my bad. Just have to go through this again, my bad. So many buttons. This is a long cutscene. It's a long cutscene to be like, hint, it's right here. Don't press L1. Alright. Just in case I accidentally press him. Let's go to the analyzation. Let's go to... The stone was cut from a real moon rock that was being used for research. It was at the crime scene 7 years ago. It launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. So it was up there for a long time. This one probably. The metal weapon used at Tehran. Athena also used one of these to stab the Phantom's hand during the incident 7 years ago.
Objection!
Objection! Detective Fulbright, I assume you know what this is. Of course. That's the knife the Phantom used to kill Glade Tehran. That's right. And the exact same type of knife Miss Sykes used 7 years ago when she stabbed the Phantom's hand. Yes, that was discussed earlier, as I recall. He dodged at first, so I only got his clothes. But I tried again. And this time, you got him, didn't you? I did. I remember it clearly now. The knife went into the back of his hand. Miss Sexton stated that she remembers the culprit bleeding. It's my theory that the culprit's blood got on the moon rock, and he was afraid that if the blood was analyzed, his true identity would be revealed. That explains why the Phantom had to remove the moon rock from the crime scene. You mean if we ran an analysis now, we'd know who the Phantom is? Ha 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 ha, yes I suppose so. But unfortunately, the moon rock in question is missing. That may be so, but I'm certain I can explain what happened to it in great detail. You can? Of course not. You don't actually expect us to believe that, do you? Because you don't fool me.
What this cart needs is a bully-free zone.
Ah, the infamous sword of the beguiling bluff. Its edge is without compare.
I mean, I've used it to win. You know, when people don't fucking try to tell me I'm bluffing.
Come now, ready it with me and show us just how finely it cuts.
Your Honor, this is an outrage.
Oh, I mean,
This is an outrage! Ah! He's losing his composure.
go on, right, Dono.
Let's start with something that's been bothering me for a while. Now, the culprit supposedly removed the moon rock from the lab. But in this video of him, it's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, you're right.
But here's something to consider. What if the Phantom hid the moon rock somewhere at the scene of the crime? Good thinking, boss. Security was super tight at the Space Center back then.
All that. In spite of the Space Center having a very strict security in those days, all personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
They switch spots. Hey, hold up, man. You're a lot closer to me right now. Does this mean that this moon rock is still somewhere in the Space Center?
In the name of justice, I proclaim that's impossible.
And why is that? The Space Center was searched from top to bottom, and especially the lab, but the moon rock was never found.
Oh, can I forget all about all that?
A sad but true fact, we still haven't a grasp on how it was done. But the Phantom made the moon rock vanish into the ether. There's no way it just disappeared.
Where would it have gone? It's time to make some guesses. If it was searched to top to bottom. Moon rock earring. An earring that Dr. Sykes gave to Adina. A stone was cut from a real moon rock that was being used for research. Does Adina have, like, moon rock other stuff? Moon rock clothes! She's made out of moon rocks. She's a robot. She's a complete robot made out of moon rocks. They put it in her core, in her belly or something, and it opens up. That's it. I've solved it. She's a robot. Juniper Woods. They gave it to Juniper. Somehow. Solomon Starbuck comes in and... Oh no. Where would it be? Where would it be? One of the robots. Trying to make a guess right now where this moon rock would have gone. Where it would have been. It's found in the Boeing Lounge 1. Detonated in core room number 4. Fragments are being lost. Damn, I have no idea where would it be. Logic and evidence tells us otherwise. The Phantom didn't have the moon rock on him when he left the lab. A thorough police search didn't turn up anything. And he never turned up in the 7 years after that either. The Phantom made the rock disappear without physically removing it himself. He just put it on the spaceship then. That's my guess. He put it on the spaceship, it launched into space for 7 years, and then came back. But how? There must have been a way. Think, Phoenix, think. How did the moon rock vanish from the robotics lab?
So, can you or can you not show what happened to the moon rock, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. What? Oops. Sorry. I mean, what?
In that case, let's have your answer, Mr. Wright. How did the moon rock Phantom make the moon rock disappear from the crime scene?
Take that!
This one.
That's the Hope capsule, right? The one that went up in the Hat 1 rocket?
He couldn't carry the rock out, but he couldn't leave it in the center to be found either. So, there was only one safe place to stash it. The Hope capsule that was there in the lab that day.
Yes. The team must have loaded it into
Hope space probe eventually. If that's what happened, then the moon rock would have been launched up into space along with the rocket. Preposterous! It would mean that for these past 7 years, the moon rock was
In space. Exactly. The Phantom got rid of the moon rock in the most cosmic way he knew how. It was out there in the depths of space.
Aboard the Hope space probe. What? What?
That's not too hard to believe.
order! Order in the court! I understand now. The Phantom's original scheme was to sabotage the Hat One anyway. The villain used the primary objective to conveniently kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's right. He planned for the moon rock to be turned into cosmic dust out in space, thereby destroying the one piece of evidence that could reveal his true identity. But Mr. Starbuck and the others foiled the Phantom's plot. The Hope space probe sailed off safely on its mission to return 7 years later. With the capsule in tow. Gah! If we analyze the blood on the moon rock, it should make one thing crystal clear. That you were the Phantom all along,
Detective Fulbright.
So he killed Clay just so he could get the moon rock back? I believe so. His original assignment may have been just to sabotage the Hat too, but at the same time, he also had to retrieve the evidence from his crime 7 years ago. That's why he went into the boarding lounge and attacked Clay as he made his escape out of the rocket with the capsule. But in the end, it was all just so he could do all he could do just to escape himself. So he didn't get the capsule. Clay must have done everything he could to stop Fulbright. He probably hung on to that capsule for all he was worth until his very last breath.
Oh, this is so funny. You make me laugh. You really do.
Boy, he's totally out of whack now.
It's like a broken robot.
It's game over for you, Detective Fulbright. Why don't you just admit to it all now?
There's nothing to admit. I'm Bobby Fulbright, undercover investigator. I tell you, I am the Phantom. I am not the Phantom. The blood on the rock is just another one of his schemes. A trap. Almost had a Freudian slip there, Bobby.
Now I'm not sure what to think. I suppose if the Phantom is a spy worth his salt, a trap is not out of the question.
Objection!
Objection! But in that case, you could say anything is a trap.
That's what makes a trap a trap. I've been framed taking blame for the Phantom. Your Honor, I believe further investigation is in order.
Further investigation, more like plotting your escape. But no more. I will bring you to justice myself if I must here and now.
I guess it's time to show you just what I'm really capable of.
Die, Simon Blackwell.
Hey, you guys aren't really.
Hold it!
Is it Edgeworth? Did he get yeah, Edgeworth, you came back with the evidence.
It looks like I made it just in time.
Hey, Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
I have good news for you, Mr. Wright. I've uncovered some very crucial facts. Did you find something out about the Phantom's true identity? You might say that. I started by looking into the first people on the scene 7 years ago. All 3 are an employee and 2 officers were registered in the robot's recognition systems. But none of them looked the least bit like Detective Fulbright.
Fuck.
Reference been speeding to get here. Maybe they gave him one of those like those cop siren things. He puts it on his car, just gets through all the red lights. That's not good. But there's more. I've yet to share my most important finding. Mr. Wright, Prosecutor Blackwell. You best brace yourselves. Uh-oh. The man you see there before you, Bobby Fulbright, is already long dead. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? He's been using a dead identity. An unidentified body that was found a year ago has now been proven to possess Bobby Fulbright's fingerprints.
Then, does this mean...
Yes. That man there is an imposter pretending to be Bobby Fulbright.
An imposter? This man sucks? Who in the world is he? Question marks. Enough of your trickery. If you will not reveal yourself to us, then I shall do it for you.
Oh, what? I thought you just had like some makeup. No!
His face, you murdered him.
Look what you did to my mask. He's got a fucking mask. He's like a Mission Impossible spy.
Mask? What is the meaning of this witness?
Okay. You got me. I guess I have to show you who I really am now. Goodbye, Bobby Fulbright. Oh god, what's about to happen? He's gonna tear off his mask.
Oh. What? God damn it! I was technically wrong! But also right! Fuck! What's happening? Wait, but that's... Hey, Apollo. Yep, it's me, Solomon Starbuck. Wait, no, he's got multiple masks. Right? Mr. Starbuck? But that can't be right. No, wait. You can't really be the Phantom, can you?
Silence.
Silence. Of course not. The real Starbuck was aboard the Hat One, which was set to be destroyed.
Okay, no, wait. No. Can't all go back to Logic Land. Oh, yeah, it's just another mask. God damn it! Just show off your real face! I mean, didn't I tell you? I'm an undercover investigator. I can change identity. He said, well, I can be anyone I want. Objection. Not so fast. I have the Phantom Psych profile right here. If we compile a Psych profile on you and compare the results, it will prove that you're the Phantom. Did you just do an objection? Oh, are you gonna be... Damn it! He's gonna be him! It's gonna be the fucking professor in the old case! It's time for me to show you the real meaning of the phrase, the end justifies the means. That voice. Those fucking words I kept hearing over and over again during that goddamn trial. How many masks is this guy wearing at the same time? I cannot accept such evidence here, Miss Sykes. I was really wondering, like, why is he being an objection? Professor means mask? I'll take what I want by any means necessary. Now give me that evidence. No! Damn it, Adina. Should have held on to it a little tighter. Huh? Time to take out the trash. Permanently. No way! How could you? That's the only copy. Now do you see now how powerful the ends justifies the means can be?
Silence.
Man, the clip, thank you. Like, what the fuck, bro? Am I talking right? And also wrong at the same time was in Solomon? I was like, no, wait, no.
How pathetic. You can't even speak without wearing another man's face.
How many faces are you gonna go through, man?
Ah, but that's the life of an undercover agent for you. My real face has no meaning or value to me at all.
You're not agent, dude.
Or perhaps it's really the case that you don't even know who you are anymore.
Oh, burn.
What must you see when you look in the mirror, Mr. Phantom? Not an awful lot, I'd wager.
Well, aren't you just a master of psychology, Blackwell? That's right. I don't know who I am. I'm always living as someone else for my assignments. I don't remember what my face looks like. Or even what my personality was like. My face, memories, personality, beliefs, emotions, and soul, I left them all behind. I have no self. I am no one. I am nothing but an endless abyss.
Oh. And will my reflection show who I am on the inside?
What's with this guy? Is he even still human?
And now we resume with your lesson, Professor Wright.
Huh? I already passed school.
I believe you made this argument earlier.
Are you gonna be this guy the entire time? Come on, man.
If you were to analyze the blood on the moon rock, you could prove that I am the Phantom.
I believe there was blood on the moon rock in that capsule. Now that we know you aren't even Bobby Fulbright. Your claims of a phantom trap won't work anymore.
Then why don't you bring this moon rock in? This decisive evidence from the Hope capsule.
We will. I think I will do just that. Get ready, because the Hope capsule is about to seal your... Fudge!
It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens.
Fudge. Forgot about that. Fudge. I gotta drink this water.
It looks like you finally have caught on. Full marks for the defense. For effort. But what a shame your hope was lost in that courtroom explosion.
So, that's the real reason this courtroom was blown up. It all happened here. It was all for the Phantom to destroy that one piece of evidence. I can't believe it. Have we really reached a dead end after coming all this way? Has the only evidence we have on this guy really been destroyed?
How dare you continue to call me the Phantom? As I've said all along, I'm just a nameless undercover agent.
Objection! And the defense will continue to assert that you are the Phantom. Furthermore, we have proof. Or at least a prayer.
I'm afraid that won't do, Mr. Wright. I'm actually an atheist, red-pilled.
Oh, that's how it's for it. That's the phrase. It's like, I go on the atheist Reddit forums, Mr. Wright. I don't believe in God.
At least put some weight behind your swing, right, Dono?
I know, I'm trying. I'm tired today, alright, man? There's only one thing that can unmask this menace. The moon rock. That was blown to bits in this courtroom bombing. And yet, is it really gone without a trace? What if some tiny part, some little fragment still exists? Yes, and you can see it. The stolen moon rock here too. Oh, that was a joke.
A strange black and yellow thing on the side of the picture? Very well, Mr. Wright. Let's see your proof. What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this?
Take that!
Take a look at this. And what is that, may I ask? This is the last fragment of hope that I have. This is what will give us the strength to carry on. I see. Not exactly the reaction I was hoping for. Mr. Wright, for your sake, I will pretend I didn't see that embarrassing this way. You try to get it right next time, won't you? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, it will still cost you. Fuck! Ah, is the Moonrock really completely gone? No, I refuse to believe all hope is lost. What evidence will finally prove the Phantom's identity? Sorry, what evidence? The utility knife? I mean, is there blood on it? Not really. Blown to smithereens in the court. What about this? It was found in boarding lounge 1 and detonated in the courtroom. Fragments are being analyzed.
Take that!
This is just a bomb from the first case of the game? Wow, that blew up in the courtroom? And the Moonrock along with it? Are you saying this will reveal the Phantom's true identity?
Yes, Your Honor. Focus your attention on this photo taken after the bombing, specifically right here. Oh my god.
Take that!
Please take a look at this newspaper article. This article is about the Hat 1. Now please note the strange black and yellow rock there on the left. That's the moon rock. And when we look at this photo of the bomb fragments, see how there is a rock-like object with the same coloration?
Oh my, yes, I see it.
It would seem that the moon rock was much more durable than the Phantom thought. If we take a look at all the fragments that the police found, we'll likely find one with blood. And DNA testing on that blood will prove that the witness is indeed the Phantom.
Unbelievable.
That's impossible.
You take that mask off! Surprised to be sure. That's one bloody tough rock. Let us have the fragment tested straight away. Oh, and you'll be having a DNA test too, fool-bright, quote-unquote. Bailiff, contact the police department immediately and order the testing.
Prosecutor Blackman? What do the tests show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it and appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed.
Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. They confirmed it was the witness's blood, didn't they?
There's no use in trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Admit it. You are the Phantom.
Objection!
Objection! Huh? Mr. Wright, did you just raise an objection to yourself? Oh my god. That's not the time. No, I didn't say a word. Wait. Oh my god. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Oh? Oh my god. No, don't do this. Don't be me. Oh my god, it's Phoenix Wright. He did it. He's the one. Why? Phoenix? Question mark? It was a pretty good objection too, don't you think? This is getting crazy. Now he's me? He analyzed my face and made it to a mask. So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. Wright? Huh? No, not really, Your Honor.
No, not you, Mr. Right. I mean the witness, Mr. Right. Just call him the Phantom. This child be getting any more insane.
Mr. Wright, this fragment of rock in the photograph, and those just like it. How can you be sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove that they're all moon rock, right?
Objection!
Objection. Don't be absurd. Just compared the fragment with a rock in the newspaper article. Anybody can see that they're the same. They have the exact same coloration.
Objection!
Objection.
But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom.
Damn, that's good. That's a good counter argument. It's highly unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be there.
But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
Objection! Objection! So many objections. Your blood was found on one of the fragments.
Hello. There's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock.
And why not?
I know it sounds like an excuse, but several years ago, I tripped and fell in this very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way into a piece of rubble.
Even he must realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of the question.
Ah, yeah, sorry. That was indeed Snow Monkey. Oh, hello, Ghost, also. Hope you're doing well. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Wright. I thought that the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
Where did you hear that? You're the last person I want to hear that from.
Well, then, why don't we get those fragments analyzed? We can ask an expert to verify if they were from the moon rock in the robotics lab or not. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they are from, you need a sample of the moon rock from 7 years ago to compare with.
We fucking did it. We won the case, baby. We have that.
But that moon rock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, I could learn that ability.
Shout out to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
There's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moon rock.
Oh, no! Come on, guys. Just get to the part where I present the fucking moon rock earring.
There's really no way to prove it? Are you finally ready to throw in the towel?
Objection!
Objection!
Oh?
Their faces.
So, the moon rock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It was such a valuable rock, too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong.
It's not completely lost.
There's another piece of it right here by our side.
A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good.
The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care.
We do? Athena, come on.
We do, even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet.
Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing, as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Try me.
Trabajo. Pienso. I don't remember the rest. Thank you for the recap. Yeah, so there's a lot of me and my work shifts changing a little bit. The moon rocky ring flashed to white.
Just about the only things my mother left me with our widget and this earring. Maybe she did love me in her own way. Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left you with a very important piece of evidence. She did? Oh my god, Athena, please, you just told us this like a couple hours ago. You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you. Because we have a moon rock of our own. Yeah! Oh! You mean... Oh my gosh. Athena, please. Exactly. A gift from Dr. Sykes. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of love will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. That if this is the fence's sample of the moon rock, take that! That's your sample? This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from that original moon rock. What? All this time? It was really right here? No. It can't be. The composition of the bombed fragments and the earring are found to be a match. It will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the origin of the fragment in this photo, and since the test results showed that the blood on the fragment was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't have an identity to hide. I may not have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice. Fear. I don't feel fear. I left all of my emotions behind years ago. Objection! Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust. And I suppose you do. I didn't have anybody to support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I feel fear.
Objection!
Objection! Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Right to uncover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself. How can I run from myself? And there's nothing inside. Nothing at all.
Objection!
Dude, you good? You want some therapy after this? I know a girl. And a guy. I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand. But people have emotions. It's just a fact of life. And so people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another. So they can get the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Without trust in others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? Dude just got fucking logic bombed. Fear inside me. Is this? No. Oh man, his eyes are bulging out. I'm afraid. I'm scared. Oh, I feel fear. You can't outrun yourself. Oh, we're all pointing at him. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on. With your own true face.
Ah, we did it. We triple objected him. My own true face. No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? Steve, I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. True face. I don't have one. My face. My face. My face. Oh, there's Ted. Oh, hey, what up? Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, no, that's not it. No! This isn't me either. Oh, is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I? Ah! Oh, he's going off. Oh! Oh, it's nighttime. And he's dead. Damn, assassins really got him. We couldn't get any protection on this guy, right? Just let him fucking die, bro. And we never see how he looks like. So it was nighttime. This fucking the game was like, oh yeah, we can't do graphics of the nighttime. Oh, so sniper shot in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell. How is Detective Fulbright, I mean his imposter, doing? He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. Oh, he's okay then. He appears to be in no danger of dying. Whoa, that was fortunate for all of us. Although he will live in fear for the rest of his life, so that's, yeah. The analysis of the final piece of evidence right down the subject is in. The composition of Mrs. Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it match. I thought you were bluffing about the blood. We can now be certain that it is a fragment of the moon rock in question. The murders and the bombings at the Space Center, both past and present. The bombing of courtroom number 4 and all of his other crimes, as numerous as the stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of things we wish him to tell us about after all. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Everyone's gonna be watching that office. So many people from different countries. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place? Yes, Your Honor. Sorry about that. Hey guys, let's go. What up? Now then, this court finds the defendant, Adina Sykes. No one's gonna object to this, please. I've had so many. Not guilty! Yeah! Yeah! In fact, you could actually see the scar in his hand from when Adina stabbed him. Every time he did his angry animation. Oh, really? Wow. Didn't even know that. Court is adjourned! Let's go home. December 20th, 9:12 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number... Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Pearls, what up? Haven't seen you this entire case. I missed you. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Pearls. And thank you for being there for Adina. The least I could do. But Adina was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout that whole trial. Oh, hey, Juicy, what up? You're okay. That's good. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Juicy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. Sweet. That's our Juicy for you.
I'm really glad to see you're safe. Oh, Edgeworth, what up? Right. I fear I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth. We never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Ah, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the ones who've been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as prosecutor, right? Yes. Well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to its successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw to it. I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? I assume so. So you figured it out, didn't you? Yeah, getting my lessons back went just a little too smoothly, you know? Should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal. You know, something that you did once. Which is weird, it never accused you of... Never got your lessons got rid of. I mean, I guess you quit the law for a bit, but I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I owed a few favors. Hey, Edgeworth, I think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the Law. Think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the Law to the end? To an end? You know, that jazz? Even the darkest night turns to dawn eventually. Our sun will rise again. Besides, now that Prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, a great deal of mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in that brows of yours just keep getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it. The complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Adina? Oh! Blackwell, what up?
I'm forever in your debt. You went to all that trouble. Even taking the bar exam while you were overseas.
Well, I knew that if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. Oh, and this tool shock is low. I'm so glad I made it in time. Oh, just barely, but I still made it. That a girl, Adina. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yeah, she was holding them this entire trial.
Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth. Thanks to you.
Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that.
It was never my intention to just throw my life away. But some things in this world are more important than your own life.
Like what?
My honor-bound duty to protect you. To protect with my life. My mentor's most beloved treasure.
Huh?
That's some loyalty. This guy really is samurai through and through.
Well, it looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Adina, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. Triple threat. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? It was definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I'm a lucky guy. My office is the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the worry I've caused. Apollo Justice is fine! And ready to go! Let's hear for the Right Anything Agency! Well, nobody's going to try harder than me, so you'd better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free thanks to Mr. Wright. But there's so many more people out there who need our help. You're right. And I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There's still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. if we ever hope to fully bring the dark age of the law to a close.
Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles.
You really love noodles, huh? Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldune's noodles after a trial, all on Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Wright Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Huh? As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work.
In that case, allow me to join the festivities. Yeah! I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles.
Huh? I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everybody involved with the case? The more the merrier, right? All on your tab. Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. Who knew you'd grow up to be such a generous gentleman?
Is he gonna say it? Is he gonna yell out objection? To end it off, guys, under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Only if I get to join in.
Hey, no fair. I want to say it too.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, you must triangle.
Objection!
Woo! Bum, bum. I was trying to think of something nice that I could do for Polly now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat. Install an air conditioner. Give a computer lesson. Find a lost item. I think I should have found him a few legal cases. Nah, it's okay. I think this is the Right Anything Agency after all.
Oh my god. Also, it's going by fast. I have to read all of these so fast. But with that, oh, it's a nice track.
Tina and Apollo were so wonderful in court. I better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says, eat lots of peppers and they'll ignite your passion. But I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should just go with hot as the sun red peppers instead.
Fucking eats a handful of red peppers. Nothing will faze her. Goodness, we technically finished the game. Oh my god, it's the utter pain.
In a dark age of law, you say? How naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They're putting me under investigation. Chief prosecutor wants to see me!
Oh my god. Guess we're gonna see a different pain in the family next game. Hey guys, what up? Last debut was a great match, Tenma. He's scheduled to go up against the amazing Ninetales. What to do? A fight to finish with myself?
Why don't you ask Demon Lawyer to be the amazing Ninetales II?
That's not a bad idea. I bet he'd be all up for it. Caw!
It's weird to meet as foes. Fantastic. Good for you. Apollo versus that dude. Oh my god, how you still have a job. Did you believe it? All the men of Ninetales now. What? Pretty impressive, eh? I took over after Rex QB for a good beloved. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey, you, what do you think you're doing? Jigs up. Better make a run for it. I was about to say, I think we hired this motherfucker as an ultimate. Hey, hold up, Poopies.
I thought I'd be an artist that after seeing an amazing job, I started becoming genuinely interested in the law. So now I'm studying the law. I'm gonna prosecute Athena someday.
Studying buns off too. I'm gonna pass the Demas entrance exam with my own merit this time. A score of 100 points, of course. Good luck with that.
Juniper, our dream will live on forever!
Oh, yo, it's... Found a really sweet boxes, all three of them. We won't wear them. Is it because they want me to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer? But anyway, thanks to the trial, the school's newspaper was as bright as can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood... Oh god, I can't read this so fast. I just cried so hard at the graduation reversal, our cardboard box got soggy.
Hey, what up, Clavier?
The one not only reunion concerts, you'll remember the evening of passion. The president of the school Student council sang like no high schooler could. When she's judging her own court someday, I'd love to have a jam session with her. That'd be the coolest trial ever, yeah? I can already hear it now. Oh, this is nice wind down music. I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. Guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitude of the people in this office. When Mystic Maya due to come here once her training is over, it simply must be done. I miss Maya. She'll just be here and like, what the fuck is with this office? Why does it look like ass? Oh, humanity's dreams for outer space. In fact, planning for the Hatch 3 rocket is officially set. Look upon me, people of this great nation, and witness the glory of your cosmos. What do you... Oh, Director? Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos. Oh, too bad, second. Probably gonna see you in the next game. I'm going to the moon in the rocket of Athena and Mommy Melis came to the moon. But which is more interesting? Montes, Pioneers, Mera, Tranquilitas. You think they would like either one? Yay, hooray. I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than on the moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want you to use me again like you used to. Damn, same, buddy. How is she doing? Ready for launch? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! I'm going to the moon for real this time for me and Clay. Thanks to my lawyers, I know I should never give up. I'm worried. You can't breathe in space. And in fact, it's cold as heck. Oh man, now I'm getting really nervous. Robot is Buppy. Yeah, it's fine, Ghost. There's just robots here. No, I'm not employed here. I simply came to request a service in defense of my sister. But no one's around, and I've been kept waiting for a long time. What sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused, and you wished Athena to defend him? Huh, and perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom. Wait, who is this person? I forget that there's actually a perspective here, a person that we're looking for. I look forward to your next month's salary. Yeah, please forgive me. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It would seem solving that case stalled the chill of winter. Now I owe Rytek another debt of gratitude, but I will repay him one day. You can trust in that. And there it is. We rolled on credits, which makes me really think I probably should have played the DLC in the middle of cases 2 and 3, but I did not know that they would be in between there. So too bad. Bones did the animations? Huh. That makes sense, I guess. But whatever, fuck it. So we're technically not done with the game, but that is indeed how the original game ended. Of all the 5 cases, this game goes places, and some of them are pretty great. I think the last case is pretty good, even though it is indeed kind of insane. I know I compare it to Grape Room, Strawberry Room a lot from Danganronpa, but that is really how it feels. It's just like a lot of like, well, the building could switch, and then the culprit jumped on a ladder after hoping that no one else was there after they moved all the people. Also, after moving all the people, immediately went down to murder Clay. I'm like, what the fuck? At least to get the moon rock. But it was still a fun case. Don't get me wrong. So I had a lot of emotional moments. I do think though maybe this third case was probably my favorite case. It had a fun ass a breakdown. The fifth one is, it knows that it doesn't need to go too long. I'm glad it didn't go like insanely long. It is weird that they were like, yeah, let's just make a weird there's I think a timeline, like they're just gonna start near the end of the game in the first case and then we go back. I will say I wasn't a fan that like both the tutorial case and the second case reveal who the killer is. Like, I mean, yeah, these, some of the cases are like, okay, you can guess who the person did it. Like, you can guess if you have enough thought, but like, you didn't need to reveal it like immediately. I don't know why y'all did that. And yeah, it being Apollo's game, they don't really ever touch on the fact that Apollo and Trucy herself are fucking related at all. They're just like, nah, it's fine. Just brush that under the rug. We don't need to talk about that. It's okay. It's a lot going on there. They just, I have heard the idea, the little meme of like, oh, we don't need to really talk about Apollo's backstory. Let's just give him more backstories.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Calm down.
10, 9, 8.
I hope there's not fucking another bombing here, goodness.
5.
There were some countries that were like, yeah, we're gonna tell the fandom to do a bombing, but maybe they're just like, we're tired of that. We don't want to do that anymore. Too many eyes on this. Hey, Black One's looking from out there. Woo! Aw, she's even looking from jail. Also, Blackwell said that he came by to be like, yes, we need some defense attorneys to defend my sister. And I'm like, that's gonna be a little hard to do, but he basically admitted it. I mean, I guess I could get her off with leniency.
Mr. Starbuck! You'll be fine. Just believe
You'll
in
be
yourself.
fine.
The moon's closer than you think.
Damn straight. We did it. What a bunch of cool lawyers.
I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
There he goes.
Ah, yeah!
All right.
Even though they do sideline Apollo quite a bit in this game, I do like the family dynamic between this lawyer write anything agency. It's fun. Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honestly, as deceit. Just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair. I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up towards a brighter tomorrow. That is the end of the case. There we go. We did it. That's still Destinies. Almost done. No, you didn't tell me how the special episode of where it went off. So yes, there is a special episode. Let me just, how do I, fuck. It's backgrounds. Where is the special one? There it is. A lot of stuff there. Okay, there's a lot of stuff there. I'm not gonna put it up, but you know what I mean. There's pirates. There's a whale? Yeah. Yeah, we haven't done that.
So I guess we'll do that next time. But this has been fun. Fun case, fun times had by all. Yeah, I've said my thoughts on the game so far. That's pretty much going to be my final thoughts, unless a special episode really wows me. It's a complicated game. It's got like positives, issues. The Dark Age of the Law thing is a little flimsy because it's all predicated on like these two fucking trials, and it's like, oh, this spiraled everything out of control. These two trials. It's like, what? What are you what? Okay, sure.